subscribe to
Hello,
all of
everyone,
us
and
via
welcome to the
Vanderbilt
next
DMs
session
and
of the
email.
Lodge at Endsmeet. I'm happy to see you all. Before we dive into today's session, of course, we must do our recap. Uh, any volunteers for a point of inspiration?
I did it last time, but also I am happy to volunteer.
You got those notes, baby.
I got those notes. I got many, many notes.
Go for it.
Okay.
Enlighten Essa on the butter business.
I will enlighten Simic and Essa on the butter fiasco. So we started off the session basically with like ascending. We were kind of figuring out because the session before last session, we had ended on this idea of like, okay, Claudia is gonna meet Vera on Steps Bridge, and we were all very like concerned about that. And we had that plan of like maybe we can set up Liam's tiny hut and like try to do that. And so Tess sent a message that was basically like, we can make a neutral space. Is that acceptable? And Vera was like, no, you should be on Steps Bridge or nothing, and only Claudia or nothing. And so we talked about that for a while. And finally, we're like, okay, well, we'll just kind of hang back and we'll make sure that everything is okay. And then Tess used her last sending slot before bed to message River, Gideon's niece. And that was really cute. The headline there is that she calls him Uncle Pigeon.
She does do that.
I guess the other headline is she wanted to know if they'd found Lily yet. But we didn't have another sending spell, so we couldn't tell her any of that yet. And then Artie made a healing potion from scratch, which was pretty rad. Tess unnecessarily cast Water Walk on them because she was afraid that someone would fall off the bridge and drown, even though it was unnecessary and anxiety provoked, but there it is. That's Tess. Claudia and Vera had a really productive conversation. The highlights of the conversation are that the first thing that we all saw from the bridge, like from even back in our position, was Vera is missing a leg. She's like really, really injured. She doesn't think that Raynor has any clue where Shinehaven is, which is good news. The bad news is she also is like, Raynor's kind of crazy and is probably going to just attack all of Endsmeet. She talked about how a couple of, I think weeks ago, maybe months, but I think more
weeks.
Like weeks
she
ago.
Said weeks, like 3 weeks.
That there was this like wizard that was maybe associated with a mercenary company that can make glass constructs. So she just called them the wizard or the glassmaker. And they matched the description of the glass constructs that Tess, Gideon, and Claudia found in the woods at the camp. And essentially somebody is making that wizard. It seems like Raynor has hired that wizard to make a whole bunch of constructs. And that's what kind of severed the Moon Clan, is that like they had a whole bunch of these constructs and they turned against the Moon Clan, turned against each other, and that's basically how Vera and a bunch of her people went down. And so she thinks that he's like marshaling an army of glass constructs to basically march on Endsmeet, and particularly the Ends Watch. And we don't know exactly when that's going to happen. The information that we exchanged, we told her about Gideon's niece, that she kind of already knew about from Cassandra, and that we know the password to the tree gates. Where the butter is relevant is the fact that Claudia very smartly asked about like what are some ways that we can know this wizard, what are we looking for, because the idea is that if we take the wizard down, the constructs will probably also go down. And the Vera was basically like, I'm not totally sure, but he smells like sulfur and butter. And then when Claudia kind of revealed this information, like told us this information after their conversation, Artie kind of was thinking, Artie and Velen were basically thinking about like, okay, well, what would you need to construct glass columns? Like, what would you need? And the three things that you would need are grease, a holding agent, and glass. And we think that the holding agent is butter.
No, that's the grease. The holding agent was pitch from trees.
Oh, the holding agent was pitch. Yeah, sorry. The holding agent was
right.
pitch.
So
the grease was butter, and then glass might have been sand. Unclear.
Right. So we were missing that one agent that we couldn't figure out what would be sourced. We were like, okay, pitch is from trees, sand is easy enough to get. What could be a good grease? And I half jokingly threw out butter, and then everyone was like, "Wait a minute,
And then we're
what
like,
if?
okay, we will.
What if it was butter?"
What if it was butter? And so we started a couple other key points that I forgot though. Um, we learned that the culling sometimes meets at the Hanging Tree, that same place that we found Jericho. So we sent after we went back and relayed all this information to Salite, and she sent Thomas to stake out the Hanging Tree, and she sent Shelby to go look for the little missing kitten that Lilibel maybe had still in the woods. So unclear what will happen there. Um, she also mentioned Vera also mentioned in her conversation that she'd known Knuckle a long time. So we were like, okay, that's weird. We should follow up on that. Um, and so basically, it was decided that Vera needs at least another day to kind of recover herself, but then we should contact her theoretically via sending, and we can have like a peaceful talk at another neutral location, like all of us together. Um, so we found out kind of here's what the things that the golems were made out of. We talked to Salite, and we were like, hey, where would you get butter? Like, is there a dairy somewhere? And she's like, well, Tarly has a bunch of butter and like dairy stuff kind of underneath the shop. So we went and talked to Tarly. I mean, let's be real, mostly Artie talked to Tarly.
Yeah.
And Tarly was like, Tarly with like some really good persuasion checks from Artie and Velen and the help of some enhanced memory stuff from Velen so he could remember. Tarly remembered that he had sold 40 pounds of butter last week to old Sadie, the caretaker. She's that lady that like occasionally shows up to do color commentary and be like, "Why I never."
Yeah,
Um, and
yeah. You remember her, right, Simic?
Sure do.
yeah.
Yep.
And she
And
carried 40 pounds of butter out of the Tarly shop herself.
40 fucking
which
pounds.
Thus,
was interesting. And so we kind of went up on this whole thing about like what if she was in disguise, like what if this was actually the wizard that was disguising himself as old Sadie, and we kind of went back and forth with that for a while, and then we thought maybe she's been charmed. We talked to Salite, and Salite told us that apparently she had once been Sadie is kind of like only half there, like she sort of has halfway lost her mind because back during the War of the Dead, she's very old. She had been a victim of the Puppet Master, which is this like necromancer that kind of like used like I guess charmed other people. I don't know as much about this.
Mind controlled them.
Mind controlled people. And so she's also a storm sorcerer, which is pretty cool. We also got caught in like a tiny little rainstorm, which I imagine was her.
that's what I said, but then Solite was like, "That's the weather, Claudia." And I
We
was
will
like,
see. We will see. Also, Salite also, this is very important, so we should remember. Salite said that the next step is that we're trying to look for her. And she apparently calls Salite Shell-E.
Shelly.
And if we call her Shelly, she'll think that she means Shelby, and then she'll run into the woods. So we gotta call her Shelly.
Oh my god.
Yeah. This is why I took extensive notes, dude.
We almost punched her in the face to find out.
Artie
if she
and
was,
Claudia
Artie had an
pitched
idea
that
of
if
throwing
we
a rock.
threw like a rock at her or like clotheslined her, we'd we'd know if it was a wizard or not because the wizard's a dwarf
and he's
who's
short.
much short. Yeah, so we were like, maybe if we threw like a rock at her head, we'd know she was a wizard in disguise.
Okay. Oh, so a little bit. Okay, we're almost done. A little bit more information here. We went to the Parchment and Quill to kind of follow down some of the. We have that like symbol of the mercenary guild that we think that maybe the wizard could be from, and so we went to the Parchment and Quill and talked to Nora, and already showed her like the little symbol that we got, and also Velen also now has basically Daw's diary, which is pretty funny. Dawes it doesn't want her to read it. It's hilarious. But apparently the group is called the Split Wing Mage Hunters Guild, a mercenary group specializing in tracking wanted spellcasters, divine, natural, and arcane. And Valen also now has a book on Aurelian businesses and entrepreneurship, which is where we found that out. We asked a little bit about the Outsider. We learned that the Outsider is kind of like a keeper of things that one mortal shouldn't have, and it's unclear, like it seems like it sells those items back to people, but it's unclear if it's to humans or to the gods or what. And then the other big piece of information that we found out at the very end of the session, we talked to Knuckle, and we found out that Vera is Knuckle's daughter. And Raynor basically like they had this big fight. What created the Moon Clan, maybe not created it in the first place, but like kind of her role in it became solidified when she and Knuckle had a giant fight, basically over Raynor, because Vera kind of like was hanging out with Raynor and was really into him, and Knuckle found Raynor like pulling the legs off of squirrels and was like, hey, this guy is bad news, at which point they had a big fight. Vera bit Raynor and then ran off into the woods, and they like haven't really talked to each other since. And so Knuckle feels really responsible for all of this, but it seems like when we have our peaceful talk, like Tess is in favor of like, hey, can we like ask Vera, like give her the heads up and bring Knuckle along and he can participate in our peace talk. So the general plan right now is to give Vera a day to heal, and theoretically bring Knuckle to our meeting. We got to find Sadie and ask her about the 40 pounds of butter that she bought, and maybe bring her back to Selite so Selite can do Zone of Truth, and we can talk more about the Glass Mage. And then Artie, at the very end of the session, also went back to Nora and asked for a book on prosthetics. So the idea is that he might like make a prosthetic that we can then offer to Vera.
Also, kill the wizard.
I mean, yeah, like
if at all possible.
We gotta find the wizard first so we can kill the wizard.
True.
Greatest
That's why we
fucking
followed the
recap
butter
ever.
trail. We're trying to find that wizard.
That was a
Sorry that was
phenomenal
so long, you guys,
recap.
but
No.
mystery
That
solving, we need clues.
I'm right back in it, like we
Yep.
just ended the last session. It's great.
Extensive notes.
What was the last thing you guys did then? What time of day was it at the end of the last session? Do you remember?
The last thing we did, if I'm not mistaken, was I went and bought the book from Nora.
Yeah.
Right, we had a talk with Knuckle.
We had a talk with
we
Knuckle.
we met at Steps Bridge in like
At
in
like
the morning,
dawn. Yeah.
At like dawn, and so we
walked
I think
there,
it was like
talked,
an hour
walked
there
back.
and an hour back, and then we just kind of like toured around
Midday?
town for like not very long. I feel like it's midday or so.
Yeah, it's probably like noonish.
I'd agree with that. Well, okay. I need a D100, please.
I got it.
I saw Douche's thing going straight for it.
Oh, move. 63. Midday.
63. Okay. Noted. All right then. We are going to resume as you all basically regroup at the house that you have been awarded with.
Just a quick question.
Huh.
Did we long rest since the last time? Did I
Yes.
use
So
Yeah,
the
that
spell?
was the first thing
Yeah.
we did. Yes.
We woke up in the morning, basically.
What? Did I put it in here?
I
Did
don't
you give
know.
me a name in that prosthetic book?
A name of what?
The book.
book?
Did the book have a name?
The book
Oh,
prosthetics. It was something like
yes.
AA something something.
A&A, something.
One moment.
Yep.
Let me pull up my notes again on that.
It
Artie,
might
if you
be
could
in
get
there,
that
but I
leg.
have like 200 inventory pieces right now, so I'm trying
course
to
you
look
do.
through all of them.
Artie, if you make that leg transform into a bear leg when she changes, that would be so freaking cool.
That'd be cool as hell.
I'm gonna sure as hell try.
Otherwise,
but
she'd have
that's
like a
lot
human
of-
leg attached to her little bear stump, and it'd be awkward.
Okay,
Well, she could have
it's
a metal bear
the
leg.
Artifice and Arcanic Schematics for Prosthetics and Arcane Devices.
Okay. Quintuple A.
Sure.
Yep.
it's a
With
it's
a
a
P.
technical
There's a P
book.
in there.
Artifice.
AAP.
AAP.
AASP.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna put book on A&A prosthetics book. Okay.
All right.
Sorry, do we know what time of day it is?
Midday. It's about 1 in the afternoon.
Ish.
Okay. Sorry, I
Just
heard
left Knuckles'
most of
house.
what just happened. I just then
Forgot?
missed that.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't know if I missed it or forgot. I don't know.
It's okay.
Alright.
Well,
We're all
back
on the
at
same
our
page
house
now.
We're all conglomerating back at the house that Essa rebuilt by hand, right?
Yeah,
the
what
time
did
that we were
Essa
gone?
do while we were all
He
gone?
repaired it.
Essa did some repairs on the house. It's not completely
Yeah.
finished, but he got a lot of it cleaned up. A lot of the dust is gone. The cobwebs have been cleaned up.
Nice.
The roof still needs repairing, as do
Good job,
much of the
Snicky
things that actually cost gold. but the house looks as though it has not been left alone for 2 years for water damage and weather
There is a
exposure.
good thing that Essa has hands.
Yes.
Essa?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yep. Hasn't been proven yet.
Essa just pulls hands out of the coat.
His own hands?
I don't.
Or
I
someone
don't
else's
trust
hands?
it.
His own hands. Not someone else's hands.
They're on my person, so they're mine.
Important note.
We're holding hands now. Like,
Yes.
what?
Can I actually, while we're kind of heading back, or even after we just get back, can I pull Velen aside for a second?
Sure.
No, not allowed. Yes, go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
didn't realize it wasn't
I was
allowed.
memeing.
I know.
And Tess will be like, hey, so can I maybe borrow that book at some point? That boring book about entrepreneurship.
Oh, that book. Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cool.
why not?
it's in common, right?
I think so. I mean, it's in businessese, but I think it's in common.
I don't know how good I am gonna be at reading businesses, but it might be kind of
Oh my
useful.
god, someone's gonna use my fucking book.
Sure, here you go. I know that I really want to tackle this other book that I have before I
Yeah,
throw
I
myself to death,
you
so.
know I want to ask you about it, but also I don't want your God to be mad at me. So, you know.
He is so annoyed that I have this. I have to vet it before I do anything with it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, for what it's worth, if there is a way that my God can figure out how to prank your God, I'm pretty sure she'd be all about it.
I'm pretty sure that your god is already pranking my god right now as we speak, as we're walking here talking. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
it's
I feel like I feel like the chances are high.
I
of
wouldn't
that.
give you the satisfaction of knowing.
happening.
I'll ask her sometime tonight. But just so you know, you don't have to talk about it or anything. But I'm sorry you feel like you can't go home. I kind of can't either. So it sucks.
Well, Tess, we're kind of making a new home, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Not really used to houses stay in one place, but it's a new way of living.
I don't know how much home is actually a place.
It's true. It's a good point.
Good quote. Echo.
Yes.
Can I recall what Sadie smells like to add to my smell index?
You
I've
have
had her
a
a couple
Smindex?
times. I have a smell index. I have
My
a
smell deck?
You have
Google
a
Doc.
Smindex?
I have
She
a
has
smell
a
dex.
Smindex.
Roll me a history check.
I have all important NPCs and both good and bad in my spell index.
Amazing.
History. Ooh.
No. What have I dropped?
Not bad. 16. That's a +0, guys. Eve, stop being destructive.
Destroy everything, Eve.
You think about it,
Mhm.
and it strikes you as odd because Sadie didn't have a smell.
Boom,
No
boom,
Smindex for
boom.
you.
Everything has a smell. Claudia's affronted. I'm gonna put
Made
in
of
all caps. No smell.
Maybe she's a ghost.
He's made
Uh,
of glass.
She would smell like butter, though.
She's been, according to Salite, she's been here for a hot minute, which I think predates the wizard by a little bit, but she'll share that with the rest of the group as she recalls it. What do you think that means?
I mean, Velen's first instinct is to immediately get sidetracked and start asking what everyone in the party smells like.
I could tell you.
Um,
What do I smell like?
Are you guys back at the house? Where this
Yeah,
is
we're
Yes.
in the
yeah,
main
we were
room.
walking back to the house. I don't think that we are.
You have arrived.
Artie, you smell like grease and smoke.
Yeah, it tracks.
Yeah, I have what everyone smells like. Actually, I need Essa.
But actually, I'm gonna take a sniff of Essa right now. I'm just gonna walk up into his face and like sniff under his chin.
That's just like,
smell
what?
What do you smell like?
First off, Aza's gonna look at you like, excuse me?
This is how I say hello. Just tolerate it.
And he'll look to the group.
I mean, I've seen much weirder shit.
He does smell people.
Not one to judge.
That's how I find people. What if you got lost in the woods? I need to know what you smell like.
Echo, what do you have? What do you roll for smell?
You can decide what you smell like.
Just pick
No,
something.
no, I know what I smell like, but
Oh,
it's very faint, so I need to see if you pick it up or not. So what
I
do you
mean-
roll for smell?
I would
It would
get
be
my
a
nose
perception.
out and roll perception at advantage. Yeah, I would use a shift on this. All right, perception.
I would use that shift.
Oh, so Claudia's snout becomes extremely wolf-like as she approaches you and begins to smell at your neck.
Got that wet doggy nose. Dirty
Kind
20.
of threatening.
This is a dirty 20. You smell very, very, very faintly the smell of gunpowder.
Sus. That's it?
That's it. And as your nose elongates, Essa kind of reaches his hand up and grabs it and kind of looks at it. Is it? How did you do this?
No, why are you a snake? It's a weird question to ask.
I'll pull out a book and I'll just scribble in it.
How come you smell like gunpowder?
Does that really matter?
Yeah.
Why?
I know why Artie smells like grease and smoke. He makes stuff.
Do you like shoot shells out of a gun?
No.
That'd
Do
be
you
pretty
have a gun?
cool. I do.
No.
Insight check.
Roll insight? I'm telling the
Do you
truth.
usually ask people why they smell?
When it's
Yes.
weird, yeah. Like, Valen, you smell
No.
like rain. So,
Okay, well, who's to say what's weird and what isn't?
Gideon
pull
smells
out-
like leather, but he wears leather, so it makes sense. If he smells like
I-
gunpowder, he
I
has
open
gunpowder
my-
on him.
I open my little pouch and I just pull out a pinch of gunpowder and put it in your hand.
Oh. See? There's answers for everything.
Okay.
It tracks. It tracks.
So it's weird that I smell like gunpowder, but not
No,
that I
you
have
ha-
it.
Well, it was weird that you would smell like it and not have it, is what I'm trying to say.
He's
Why
not
do you have
actually a
gunpowder?
wizard. He's a gunslinger in disguise.
Ah!
Probably because he wants to make something blow up.
Yeah, I
Some
guess. I don't know.
Spells require components.
I don't know. No, but now I do. Does anyone have a theory why Sadie doesn't smell like anything?
I don't love
Maybe
it.
she's.
Reptiles don't have fur.
Well,
Fur
Sadie,
usually-
not Essa.
I mean,
Oh.
you didn't necessarily get your snout out and sniff her down. You're just trying to remember.
True, but I don't know. I don't trust it.
And you
She
know,
could be a
I
ghost.
don't really trust it either. Like if she's not a living creature,
She could be a
maybe.
ghost.
Maybe
she could
you
be a
didn't actually see
god.
the real Sadie. Maybe we just saw a projection or
But
something.
I've seen her so many times, like at least 3.
Yeah.
A lot
She's
of
got
times.
illusory projections just out walking around. I don't know.
Can I?
She has really good soap.
But
I
then she
use
was
Primeval awareness to see if there are any undeads, aberrations, fae fiends within. Oh gosh, like 6 miles? That's a lot. Maybe 1
It's
mile.
It's 6 miles if it's one of your favorite enemies. It's 1 mile if it
No.
isn't.
It's 6 miles if
favorite
it's my
terrain.
favorite terrain.
Oh.
So you're
But we're in
trying
a
We're in
city.
a
to,
town.
you're
Yeah, we're in
trying
a
to
smith
limit
town.
it here. To 1 mile,
Yeah.
yes, you detect Fae.
Hmm.
Just Faye.
Yes, no undead, no aberrations.
Well, Sadie could be out in the wilderness way farther.
Okay, well,
I will
Fine.
say the Fae feels awful close.
It's a dog.
Not
That's true.
Do we know where she's?
the dog is currently in the painting.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh.
yeah, Gideon might not say anything about that.
Okay. So, guys, do we have plans for today?
Well, yeah, so Essa just asked if we know where Sadie stays, and the answer is no, but she's often in the woods. That's where Solite said we'd find her if we were trying to. If we could even.
Is that what we're trying to do?
Well,
I feel like this might be a dead end.
Why?
yeah, you weren't part of the Butter adventure. Why do you get to call it a dead end?
Hey.
Well, that's
Sorry.
rude.
Sorry.
I
was kinda rude.
suppose I could take back the repairs of the house.
I said I'm sorry.
Hasn't this person been here far longer than
Gideon and
the
Tess,
issues? Oh, go ahead.
please, both of you roll me perception.
Okay.
Sadie's at the window, just licking the glass.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
Noted.
Yeah.
Continue.
Not very good.
Oof. Speaking about butter.
Gideon,
Well,
noted. Continue.
Okay. Well, I mean, here's the thing. If we find her, what are we gonna ask her exactly?
Shelly wants to talk to her.
Yeah, I think the first thing would just be getting her to Solite so we can. It seems like she's going to be able to talk to her more easily than we will. But we want to ask her, right? Like, why'd you get that better? And, like, does she remember doing it? That seems relevant because if she was, in fact, charmed to do so, it's not
You
great.
usually remember when you're charmed. You remember afterwards and you're like, what the fuck did I just do? And then you
But
get
would
mad
someone-
because somebody charmed you.
Not
But
if
would
she's
someone-
batshit crazy.
Yeah, if she's
That's
crazy.
the thing. But the thing is that I don't think that we can draw much inference from any kind of memory failure that someone has who we know is struggling with that much trauma. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
she might be
she's
able to tell us something.
Mm-hmm. I
If
want
she
to know
can
why she
point us
can
in
smell.
any direction. Like, what other leads do we have to find this guy?
The hanging tree where they meet.
Yeah.
Thomas
Yeah.
is there.
We should go there.
No, we're not going there. Thomas
We
got it
talked
under
about-
control.
We talked about that, and the worry is if they attack Endsmeet tonight, and we're there.
Yeah.
Well, that
We're
implies
not
we
gonna
can't
do
leave the
anything,
town at
right?
all.
We could leave town
Well-
if we don't go far.
Okay.
Like if
Hanging
we were
tree is
just
pretty-
poking around in the woods looking for Sadie, we're not gonna actually have to go that far. Because she's usually within a day's walk.
Unrelated note. The reason I asked, oh my god, I'm terrified. The reason I ask is because I want to do something, and I don't think I want to tell you guys what it is yet, because if it doesn't go well, we're just gonna fucking sweep it under the rug. But it's gonna require me taking some time to do this.
In the middle
Are
of
you
your
gonna
conversation,
change your hair? Or anything?
Gideon, you suddenly hear a distant but quiet of a gunshot.
Oh. Gideon holds up a hand. I just heard
Huh?
a gun go off.
Where?
There's a moment
Uh.
passes, and as you're looking for it, you hear another.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
We gotta go.
Exit the house.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. We gotta find where that's coming from.
Everyone, roll me perception.
Terrible.
Awful.
Not as good.
Oh, that's
Oh, we're-
much better. That's
We're
much-
twinsies. We're
Gideon.
twinsies.
Yeah, hey. Crew who doesn't know what's happening.
Gideon, Tess, and that's it.
Ooh.
Gideon and Tess, you two are aware of a third
Jeez.
gunshot
Mm-hmm.
that's coming from the direction of the lodge.
So we gotta go.
Do we start
The
running?
lodge. The
Do we
lodge.
start running?
Yeah,
Do I-
yeah.
Do I notice anything extra on the natural 20?
Visuals.
It sounded like a gun.
A big gun? Or a little
No, we
Alright.
need to get the hell over there, right?
Yeah, go, go, go.
Turning.
Don't just
Come
run
on,
through
come
the
on.
front door, though. Let's see what's going on.
You notice
Are
that
you
a few
gonna-
other townsfolk on the road have noticed the sound and are looking concerned. They're not running in any particular direction. They look worried. And all of you, as you run toward the Cedarkin Lodge, what you see is a little alarming.
God help you if you've done anything to drain your echo.
God help me, it's
Favored.
my game.
He is. Help yourself.
Don't
Also, it's his
antagonize
NPC.
him.
Well, if
How
he wasn't
dare
dead
you.
before, he is now.
Antagonize
He's-
God.
But he's my third dad.
How many dads do you need?
You got enough to lose one.
No.
We've
You got
lost
three-
too many.
You got
We've
three
lost
more
too
than
many
me.
people.
I need to pull. Hold on. I need to ask this token.
I'm right there.
Right there.
No.
No.
Oh, he's on. He's making a bad
Other
map,
map.
guys.
Oh
the regular
Uh-oh,
map of
time to
the
die.
lodge.
Can I imagine we're not really gonna sneak, but is it worth if we're all running together? Can I throw a pass without a trace on us?
It looks like we're kind of splitting
If
directions.
you're
I'm-
running, you're not rolling stealth.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no.
I
And
was
what would
going
happen
down
is you're running
on this
and your
side of the
feet
building.
slightly blur into the ground. It doesn't really help you.
Yeah, makes sense.
I can move full speed while stealthing.
Okay, so do you stealth?
No.
Okay. Good talk. As I pull you
can,
over
though.
to this map, what you see as you enter the immediate area of the Cedarkin Lodge, you see a Minotaur charging toward Drenyer and Shelby out in front of the lodge. Drenyer
Minotaur.
has a massive rifle up in his hands that is smoking. You see that there are a few glass golems and one that is clearly looking nearly destroyed. And as you enter this map, I would like you all to roll me initiative, please, as you have entered a combat.
Ah. Oh, I rolled terrible.
I don't think I clicked my token.
That's a
Sorry.
special level of suck.
You
Can
did
I
not.
use an inspiration to reroll my initiative?
Yes.
Christ, my
I don't want to
initiative
be all the way
also
at the
shit.
bottom.
Oh, Etha.
That's way better.
No, this is at the bottom.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What was your edited initiative, Claudia?
It changed itself.
Okay.
It went from like a 6 to a 22, so I'm much more satisfied with that.
Gideon,
Mm.
as you enter the map, you are the first to act as what is happening becomes clear to you.
The Minotaur is like advancing on
It is
Drenyer and
wielding
Shelby.
it is wielding a large great axe and it is charging. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go 30 feet up here. What's the range on this thing? Let's see. Probably pretty long.
It's a longbow, so very far.
Yeah, 600 feet. Okay, I assume I can hit him.
Kinda.
I can try, at least.
You certainly
Who
can.
are these randos in initiative?
Who are they?
Corey
Really?
and Gunnarin?
You really don't recognize their names. That's upsetting.
They're the
Wow.
fucking
They're
they're what the fuck is the word? The jackals that we found in the woods.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay.
Everyone else does. Dooch is just a fool.
Yeah, I am a fool.
Dooch doesn't take notes though, so.
It's true. Gideon, what are you doing on your turn? You're shooting?
Yeah, I'm trying to shoot this thing. Missing, probably.
You did indeed miss.
Well, I get another,
Okay, try again.
and I will actually, in between, can I do in between shots? Whatever. I'm gonna use my bonus action to decide that this Minotaur is my prey.
Okay. So you target it.
Yes. Yeah. Then we roll again. Better.
So far away.
So 22 hit?
Yes, 22 hits.
Okay. Okay. Then I will roll the damages and RD.
I assuming acid, as usual.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
change it.
So 17 points of damage.
And then another 5 from my prey.
Ah.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. The acid arrow, gleaming green as it strikes the Minotaur in the chest, burns its flesh, and the Minotaur, you're next.
Way over here. Okay.
Give me a moment. All right. Anything else in your turn,
Is
Gideon?
it literally yelling at us?
No.
Yeah, it is. In common. Kind of broken common, but in common. Claudia, it's your turn.
Big ass man.
Yeah. Okay, so I am going to shift into my hybrid form for the first time.
Gross.
Willingly.
All right. Willingly, you become a half werewolf, half person.
Do you have that token art I gave you?
No,
Oh,
I have. If you
it's okay.
re-link it to me, I'll change it now.
Okay, I'll do my movement first. I'm gonna action and movement to get as close as I can, which is 60 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and just snarl at the Minotaur. That's all I can do.
Okay,
And yes,
Velen.
Lori looked at you.
you're up.
Good. I'm unmuted. Okay. Velen is gonna move 30 feet.
Send it to you, Echo.
And then I'm gonna use action to dash and get behind the stump. And then I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration to Drenir by calling, "We're coming, we're trying to help."
Okay. Drenir would say, he'd look over his shoulder at y'all and say, "It's good to see y'all. Hurry." That's what he says.
Let me just mark off that bardic inspiration. And that's my turn.
Okay. 1 minute, please, as I correct this. Okay, Claudia's in hybrid form. If you mouse over her token, you see what it looks like.
Oh, cool as hell.
Tess,
Good dog.
you're up.
Okay, Tess is gonna run 30 feet up here next to Gideon. If I can make myself do that. And then it's gonna take me a minute to do this with the token, sorry. Because I always have trouble with Foundry. But she's going to, command has a range of 60 feet. I'm sorry, Echo, I'm having trouble getting my token up there. It's been a minute.
What's going
but
on?
she's gonna, I'm having trouble moving her.
Are you on ruler?
I might not.
On the
I
top
might
left?
not be.
So make sure select token is highlighted. And then you should be able to click and drag your token.
I am trying. But to speed this up, I promise I will move her. Yeah, thank you. I'll work on it. But I'm gonna cast command on the Minotaur, tell it to halt. Because it's charging, right?
Yes. This is a
Okay,
wisdom
so
save?
I'm wisdom save DC 16.
It is rolled a 21.
Oh,
Shit.
I mean, that's a good thought, but damn. It's a good roll.
It was a good idea. It was a good idea. Okay, that's all I can do. I don't have any clear bonus actions after that.
Okay. An entity that you all don't see very clearly. It does something inside the tavern.
I remember them now.
That's good. All right. Same answer. However, this time, on this initiative, Drenir opens fire. Again. His revolving rifle releases a staccato sound of gunfire, extremely loud and echoing off the trees. Just as he fires, the first shot slams into the Minotaur, and giving it a moment's pause as it is surging forward. The second shot destroys the golem that was already looking really hurt. Then it is Shelby's turn.
Hell yeah, Drenir.
Yeah. That's my third dad, guys.
Shelby spreads out, runs over here,
Simic.
and fires with her own bow. She's staying in human form at the moment. And misses with a 14. But we'll try again. And roll the exact same number again. Alright. Nope. It is now the enemy's turn. The Minotaur surges forward, already having set its sights on Drenyer, runs forward and swings with the great axe over the rope and wood posting that's on the outside of Cedarkin Lodge and swings its great axe at Drenyer. Let's see how it does. It hits with a natural 19. Drenyer takes 25 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
And the Minotaur swings again.
Oh no, we'll have to do something about that.
The Minotaur hits with a 17 total. And deals much less damage on this swing. Deals 14 points of damage to Drenyer. The massive great axe taking 2 bites out of Drenyer's chest and shoulder. He recoils and tries to get back away from the creature, and he says, "All right, help, fuck."
Understandable.
This glasswork golem will surge forward 30 feet. And it's going to require a con save from Claudia, Shelby, and Drenyer. As suddenly a blinding light whoosh, out in all directions.
Pretty good.
Okay. You are not blinded. Drenyer is also not blinded. Shelby is blinded.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Shelby takes a bit of damage as well.
Oh, Shelby can't catch a break.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
So the dice say.
She sees Velen and just starts swinging.
No.
I'm
The
still
next
mad at
glasswork
you.
golem surges forward up to 30 feet. And again, I require a con save from Claudia and Drenyer. Shelby is already blind and cannot be affected by the blinding flash.
Well, hell.
Claudia, that is not great. You fail, you are blinded. And you take 9 points of radiant damage.
There's no reduction there, is there?
No. But that is it for the golem's turn. Out here. Artie, it's your turn.
What's that song? Blinded by the light.
No.
I'm gonna.
Wrapped up
Take
like
my-
a douche in the middle of the night.
It's a deuce.
I'm gonna take my full 25 feet of movement because I'm a little baby, and I
Gotta go
am
fast.
and I'm gonna fucking pull out my little pistol, and you're gonna see I'm gonna crank it, and I'm gonna crank it a couple notches more than you've seen crank, and you see this fiery essence starting to glow around it, and I am going to cast Scorching Ray.
Nice.
Alright.
First one is going to be at the Minotaur. That is going to be a 27 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
So I get 2d6 and a d8 because my first spell, the Arcane Firearm. That'll be 14 points of fire damage.
Are those just both sixes? Is that why they're smiley faces?
One's a one.
Probably, yeah. There's no
Okay.
actual letters on there.
Wow. Alright.
7, 1, and 6. No, one was a sad face, I think.
Alright. Sure. You deal 14 points of damage to the Minotaur.
I'm going to send a scorch. Second one at this guy. That is going to be a 14.
14 hits.
Nice. The right target. 9 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep it on that same guy.
Alright.
That hits 24 for 7 points of fire damage.
That's amazing.
Alright.
There's a slightly bigger smile than the other.
Artie pulls out his gun and looks like it's going to be the normal shot, and all you see is the rapid fire.
Okay.
Shit, I didn't know I could do this. Nice. That'll be my turn. No, bonus action. I'm going to call forth my Eldritch cannon. I'm going to do I'm going to do the force ballista. Do I get to use it on this turn?
I don't know.
I don't either.
But here it is.
Okay.
Thank you.
You should read it.
Cannon each turn, blah, blah, blah. No. On each of your turns. I'm going to like to say yeah, right?
I'm sure you'd like to, but please read it thoroughly.
It's like 7 paragraphs.
All right, one moment. Let me look at
All conditions force. When you create the cannon, you determine its appearance and has legs or no legs. It's gonna have legs this time. I like that. It's gonna
Nice.
pop out its little spider legs. You also decide which type. You can take a bonus cause to activate it within once on each of your turns. Part of the same bonus action, you can direct it to walk up to 15 feet. It doesn't specify.
it. I'm going to say on the turn that you create it, you cannot fire it.
Okay.
Because you are
Works for me.
creating it.
Cool. Works
Uh,
for me.
Essa, it's your turn. You're way back there. What do you do?
So Essa pulls out his spell book, and it kind of like almost opens itself as the pages flip through and lands on a certain page, and you hear this low grumble come from it. And I need a wisdom saving throw from all three of them as I cast slow.
Does
Yeah,
it also
baby.
affect Drenir?
No, at
No,
the
he
6
picks.
targets I choose, yeah.
Okay. Wisdom saves from all three. There's the Minotaur. Minotaur rolled a nat 20.
He's doing great against these spells.
This
The-
fucking guy.
The golem, the closer golem rolled a 7.
Well, he fails.
And the farther golem rolls a 14.
That fails. Do I have an inspiration? I don't think I do. Nope, I do not.
I
All
have
right.
one though. If you want him to reroll the slow, we can do that.
If you want to use it, sure. I just don't
go
want
ahead,
Drenir to
reroll-
keep getting smacked.
I just got one from the recap. Let's reroll that slow.
That's an 18.
Fuck!
Ah,
Is your save like a 17?
we
Yeah.
tried.
We
We
tried.
tried.
Try. The dice say no. This Minotaur has a strong willpower about him. Anything else in your turn, Essa?
That's all I got.
Okay, so these two are slowed.
-2 to AC. They can't use a spell. Well, I mean, they can use a spell, but they have to roll to see if it goes through this turn.
They're not really spell casters.
Yeah, it can only take one melee attack, either use an action or bonus action, and get no reaction.
Okay. Some more stuff happens.
On D&D Beyond, it says I can, but we can do that later, just for future clarification.
I really wish I would have saved that slow now.
Okay, some stuff happens. One moment. Okay, hold on. A new combatant enters the field.
Say that.
This Smash
Cody,
Bros.
what is that?
A new challenger has arrived.
I just realized I rolled this.
There is the sounds of fighting coming from within the lodge. You don't see this happening, but some stuff happens. There is the sound of a poof. And then Gideon, it's your turn. You are not speaking.
I am. I'm just muted.
Okay.
I'm going to run over here, and I'm going to use my bonus action to actually cast Hunter's Mark on this Minotaur in a spray of green leafy energy, and
Okay.
shall try to shoot him so he doesn't hit Drenir 5 times with the great axe.
That's fair.
Oh, that's not good. That's not gonna do it.
No.
Okay, let's try again. Oh, that's better. Okay. No, it's not.
Oh
I
no.
You
lied.
said that's butter for a second.
I thought it was. It's fine.
The butter.
That is a miss, I'm afraid.
All right.
Dang.
Alas.
Okay.
My
Unfortunate.
frontal steer is broken.
Claudia.
Yeah, I'm
it's your
blind.
turn. You are blind.
Uh-huh. But I was headed forward, so she's just gonna blindly charge forward.
Okay.
And I'm gonna assume she's gonna bump into this guy. Why can't I move? God damn it. There we go. And I'm gonna fucking attack it.
You're attacking at disadvantage.
Yep, because I am blind.
Its AC is like a 10 or something.
Its AC is very low. Yeah.
I also reduced it by 2, dude, so
Mhm.
it's like 12.
Ooh, nice.
Simic has guessed 2 ACs and they are both wrong.
Yep.
It's 11. I win.
Find out.
A 10 does not hit.
It's
Yeah,
11.
okay. Second attack.
12.
No, he guessed 12. That was
Oh.
wrong. Okay, a 16 hits.
Oh, okay.
You feel your weapon connect with hard, brittle glass. Roll damage.
That was a really good roll.
You deal 12 points of
Yeah.
slashing damage.
And I'm gonna use Shield Master Shove for a bonus action. When I make an attack, you can use a bonus action to try to shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield. Is that an athletics attack?
It is an attack, and then it's just an athletics contest if you hit. So
No, it says. It just says if you take the attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to try to shove a creature.
right, a shove attack is still an attack. You have to.
Okay, what do I?
It's
roll
just
for that?
it's an attack as you would with your longsword, but
Oh, is
you're
it still at
using your shield
disadvantage?
instead. You cannot see.
Yeah.
You only have to beat an
Yeah.
11. That's fine.
Oh my God, Simic.
A 14 hits. Go ahead and roll me athletics.
Come on, Claudia.
You rolled an 8.
I sure did.
It rolls a 16. So your shield, you lash it forward and you feel your shield whong into something hard, and nothing happens
Yep.
because you are blind.
Yeah.
You're doing your best.
Did she
Sure am.
get to save for that at the end?
How long
Nope.
does this blindness last? Oh boy, this is
Velen, it's your
Blind
turn.
Forever.
You're blind until I say you're not.
no.
Yep, that happened to Jericho, and it really sucked. He almost died because of it, remember?
Yep. Velen,
Yeah.
what would you like to do?
Myself.
Unmute.
Yep, that's the first thing I have to do is unmute.
I actually mishandled these golems last time. I let them save after each turn, but I should not have. That's not what the thing says. Velen, go ahead.
Okay, I am going to do a thing.
Not the thing.
I just need to place this properly. One sec. Where is the thingy? Select targets. Yes? No?
Why are you gasping? What do you know that I don't?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Measurement controls, circle. It's a radius 15, I think. Nope, 10 foot. 10 foot radius. Okay.
Shatter.
Oh, that's a great spell to use against glass boys.
Yep.
I don't know if that's actually
Disadvantage.
what she's doing, but
It
Yeah,
looks like
that's
shatter.
That's shatter.
Yeah. I'm just-
So that's a con save.
Okay. I
Disadvantage
believe
on
these golems have disadvantage
Drugs.
because they are not
Really
they are
well.
constructs.
Jesus.
19 points of thunder damage. Okay.
Damn.
Amazing.
Big dick damage right there.
The golems roll consecutively an 8 and a 9.
Amazing.
The Minotaur roll con. It's got a real good con.
Yeah, I wasn't
broke
really
Connie.
thinking the Minotaur was going to be taking the worst of this. The point was the last.
It rolls a
last
15.
Okay, so everybody takes 19 points of thunder damage.
Incredible. MVP, amazing.
What does your shatter look like?
So Velen lifts her panpipes, and she blows just like a single note on the panpipes, and the chip of mica that is the spellcasting component just blows out from the panpipes and just becomes like almost a crystal formation that looks like a panpipes, and then detonates in the radius of the circle.
Okay, as the chip of mica explodes, one of the glasswork golems is rocked to its core as it is dropped to its knees. Basically, the foundation of all of the glass that makes the creature is rattled, and many of the panes fall out onto the ground. The other glasswork golem is shattered into glass dust and is destroyed. The Minotaur grits its teeth and looks like it hurt, because it's got a lot of health and it's a Minotaur.
Yep.
But that was a very effective spell. You immediately destroy one of the golems. Anything else on your turn, Velen?
I haven't used my movement or my bonus action. I'm trying to see where the door is from where I'm at.
The doors are here.
Right there.
You could try and jump through a window. I would recommend
try and
against
jump.
it. They
I'm
are
not gonna try to-
sturdy.
I'm as epic and dramatic as jumping through a window would be. I am not going to do that. I am.
We all
gonna
remember the
move-
Fitz incident.
Yes.
Oops, this is the wrong. This is
A
the
character
wrong
with
control.
over 20 intelligence decided to use his head to try and get through a window.
I mean, that's.
And you failed twice.
Use in your head.
Twice.
So yeah, she's gonna go.
It made me very sad.
Well, sometimes it's hard to be smart.
You saw too
Agreed.
many movies.
Yes. Glass just breaks away when you go through it.
Not real glass. Okay, you arrive at the front door. Do you knock?
Hello.
No, I was just checking how much movement I just used.
Okay.
Because I went around the stump and then over. Okay. I opened the door.
All right, here is what you see. A elven man that you don't recognize looks extremely injured. He's on the ground behind the counter, like trying to hide. There is a glass golem standing over the counter and has just thrust a glasswork blade into his shoulder. On the far side of the bar, there is an elven woman that you do not recognize. She is struggling with another glasswork golem. That glasswork golem, as well as another one, are surrounding Liam Boren, and they are bound by strange, black, ethereal, shadowy tendrils, or tentacles. Magic coming out of Liam and crushing these two golems.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna throw Liam a bardic inspiration.
Okay, what do you say?
I'm just gonna say, Liam, reinforcements, and then just that's my bardic inspiration.
He would look over his shoulder at you and say, "Great, help them."
Okay.
Uh,
Let's mark that off, and that's my turn, because that's about as far as I can.
Tess, it's your turn.
Okay.
Can you move now?
Yeah, she can. I restarted. I think seem like I'm fine now. She's gonna move up here near Velen. This glasswork golem that's still up.
It's not looking great.
It's not looking great. Great. She's gonna bonus action cast spiritual weapon, and send the spiritual weapon over there to try to bonk it.
Pop it.
Okay. What does your spiritual weapon look like?
Her spiritual weapon is going to change because Jimino. It always has 3 eyes on its hilt. Right now, she's really impressed with Velen, so it's going to look like Velen's rapier.
Okay. So by that, it looks like a mace, but it also looks like that. I just only have the one token.
So
But it
she's
does
gonna
the
bop
bopping.
it. Yeah, she will bop it.
Cool.
She will bop it with her spiritual weapon.
Okay. Roll me an attack for your spiritual weapon.
That's pretty good.
That is indeed pretty good. 11 points of force damage.
I like how it swings.
Okay. Yes. The force damage
It just-
slams into this golem, and the magical weapon seems to cleave straight through many panes of glass that make the construction of this golem.
Okay, great. She's gonna follow that up with one of the regular. She put a bunch of bolts in Artie's noxious pocket last night. She's gonna take out one of them.
Roll me an
not one of
intelligence save. Roll me an intelligence check, Tess.
Okay. Intelligence. 11.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I figured, I don't know. They're magic, then that might help. So it's not it's just one of the regular ones. She's gonna pew pew from that. So magical.
Wait, are
crossbow
you
bolts.
attacking the golem with this?
The golem? Yeah.
Okay. You do not believe poison would have any effect on the golem.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't know. What I don't know is if a regular crossbow bolt would have any effect at all, because we've been mostly fighting wares, and a lot of the time when I just do a regular damage, it does nothing. So she's doing something that at least will deal magical damage and has some hope of
Okay.
hurting it. That is I know as a
I mean,
player,
if you
that's not
roll
what-
base enough damage high enough, it's not going to matter what type it is. So go ahead and roll your attack.
That's my thought. Okay, let's see. Sorry.
I don't know if the Minotaur's aware or not.
A wearable.
13?
Yeah,
But
I've
it's
never
slow?
heard of
A
that.
13 hits.
Awesome. 9 points of damage.
The glasswork golem, as you fire the crossbow bolt, it hits the large pane in the center of its torso, and like a window shattering, the entire golem crushes into glass shards on the ground.
Great. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. It is now Ally's turn. The individual behind the counter, now that you can see them, Velen, you watch as the elven man looks up at you and says, "Oh, great! Help!" And he will... he tries to disengage again. He opens the door and dives into the kitchen and closes the door.
Yeah, fair.
Drenir, moving on the same initiative, doesn't want to get slammed by a great axe anymore and is going to disengage. He
Fair.
runs back, dives behind this, and as a bonus action will give himself a healing word because he took a lot of damage. His healing word is "fuck ow."
Fair.
He heals for 9. Okay. Yep. Shelby is going to attempt to attack the Minotaur again.
Again.
Maybe now she'll hit it.
She's blind.
Thank you for reminding me. It didn't matter. She rolled a 2.
Shelby.
She'll try
She's
again.
blind. Cut her some slack.
She rolled another 2.
Oh, babe, I get it.
Not been her week.
She's having a bad time. Okay. More allies' turn. Liam continues the spell. I need to roll a couple more saves. Alright. Velen, you watch as these tentacles are wrapped around these two golems, and they are slowly being crushed. Liam seems to be just slightly levitating off the ground as it happens, as they take more damage. And now Corian is going to... I'm sorry. The elven woman you don't recognize pulls another dagger from her belt and misses, because my dice are my dice. And it is what it is. It's now bad guy's turn. This glasswork golem, these two are going to try and get out. This one succeeds, freeing itself of the crushing embrace, and is going to attack Liam. You watch as this glasswork golem slashes a blade at Liam, and it seems as though the blade doesn't really have much effect on him right now. It hits him, and he bleeds a little bit. It looks like a scratch. Alright. The Minotaur reaches down into its belt and pulls out what basically looks like a massive ballista bolt, and is going to throw a javelin. I'm going to decide who it's going to go at. Okay. Artie.
The littlest guy in the land.
The littlest guy in the land just got
I am
crit.
50 feet away.
Just got
Crit?
great.
I
Isn't
just
that
crit, Artie. It's
isn't
a,
How
the
do you
it is a
roll?
disadvantage. You were right. Thank you for reminding me.
yeah,
I roll
fuck.
again.
20 feet is the range.
Ugh.
That
Dude,
boy.
you think you saved your own life?
That's a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
At least it's not a crit.
1 second. Uno momento, por
Chill, chill.
favor. I am going to shield.
Okay, this massive javelin comes hurtling towards you, Artie, and you see it just flying straight at your face. And with a you block it, and the sound of this massive javelin bouncing off of your shield makes you grateful that you took shield today.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The Minotaur is then going to use its action to gore. So it's going to surge forward up towards you, Tess.
Oh no.
God, I'm right in its
It
path.
just ran right past me? That fucker.
You're blind, and it's not
Arr.
passing you. It's just next to you. That's a 24 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it.
I need you to make a strength saving throw for me here, Tess.
Yep.
You're so strong.
As you take 18 points of piercing damage.
Bitch. That's a 4. I guess I get tossed somewhere, maybe?
Oh boy.
You are prone.
18, you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are prone and grappled as
Shit.
the Minotaur gores you, and you are thrown onto the ground.
Okay.
That's its turn. It doesn't get to use its great axe attack because it threw a weapon. Next, Artie.
Just getting a javelin fucking thrown at me and almost getting impaled. I'm gonna say,
Yeah, there's like a
Go on.
spear on the ground next
Yeah.
to you now.
Nobody go get him. I'm gonna have my guy go. I don't think I can move him. Can you put him next to the stump? And over Tess's body.
I was hoping you'd make foot noises.
Yeah. And over Tess's body, I am going to have him shoot a force ballista. What is
Okay.
it to hit? It's my thing to hit, so it's a
Yeah.
+8 to hit. So I'm gonna roll a d20 +8 because I don't see a thing for it.
Wait, you can
It's
change
gonna
it
be
mid-combat?
8,
That's fucking cool.
16. No, it is I brought out the force ballista.
A d20, so
Just-
it's 16 to hit. 16
16?
is its AC.
Very nice.
Very
That
good.
is going to be 2d8. So 12 force damage.
Nice.
12 points of force damage. Okay.
Hmm. And then I'm gonna follow up, and the gun's starting to overheat a little bit, so I crank it down a smidgen, and I'm gonna cast a firebolt at it.
Okay.
That is going to be 25.
25 hits.
It is going to be 2d10 plus a d8 of fire damage. 16 points of damage.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a spicy bolt.
Artie.
You just tossed.
As you hurl this firebolt toward the Minotaur, it's in between massive swings of its horns and its great axe. Its quiver basically just filled with javelins. And as you fire the firebolt, it's almost like a perfect line of flame, just right through the skull of the Minotaur. And
Artie, you are so fucking badass.
the Minotaur
I
is
am.
Dragons,
is
minotaurs,
slain.
who cares? You'll blow them up.
Shit!
And then I'm gonna go
Bruh.
hide behind Gideon.
I'm still blind.
Incredible. Incredible.
Essa,
Uh,
there are no threats out here, but you hear combat going inside.
I'll run up to the window.
Okay,
Well,
you
that's
look
all
in the window. You peep over the couch and over the table. You see Liam, an individual you don't know, struggling with
He doesn't
two.
know Liam either.
That's who I'm referring
Yeah, I
to.
don't know.
You don't know
Well,
anybody, but you do see these glassware golems attacking townsfolk.
Does this guy here that I don't know look healthy?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
he looks fine.
All right. Then Essa won't feel too terrible about this. Right. So
It's a
with
good
the
first
spellbook,
impression.
with the spellbook still open, inside the building you'll hear like this low grumbling sound that turns into the like almost deafening roar of a dragon, and that'll be my shatter, which will be cast.
Oh, cool.
You're shattering inside the tavern.
Yep,
Oh
right
no,
here.
which one you're
man.
is.
Well,
Aren't you
it'll be
playing an
alright.
intelligent character? No. I was joking. 100% joking. So don't hate me.
It works when
Rude.
Velen did it.
Don't hate. Don't hate.
I
don't
will
hate you.
say you are familiar with the shatter spell, and that it will likely destroy most of the non-organic material in this building.
Right. Okay.
If you destroy Jericho's axe, I will murder you myself.
No, it's far enough away to where it's only hitting. Cause it's what,
The
15
structural
feet?
parts of the building.
No. 15. It's just like the furniture over here.
And the walls and the windows and the.
It doesn't hit any of that. It stops right before the
How
walls.
big is the radius of the
It's
shatter?
10 foot radius.
Is it 10 feet?
It's a 10-foot radius.
So
10
this
foot
is how
radius.
big it is. So you have to choose where it is. I
It's gonna
assume-
be probably right here then.
Like that?
Right
bar
here. I wanted to hit all
want
three of
here.
the.
Oh, including Liam. Okay.
Yeah, that's why
including
I'm not
Liam.
gonna feel too bad about
It will also hit the townsfolk on the far side of the counter.
Is there no way to angle it to where it hits just? Because I thought.
It's an explosion and a sphere, so
You're gonna ruin the
not
bar.
really. You can either hit
It is.
Liam
We'll-
and 2 golems, or Liam and 2 golems,
We'll hit.
or just 2 golems.
We'll hit
or-
Liam and the 2 golems.
Why wouldn't you just do the hit two
Do
go?
2 golems.
I
These
did
two
it,
golems.
Liam.
You don't have to hit. Okay, these 2 is what you're aiming for.
Yes.
I'm
Because
here to
there is
kill
one of the
Liam.
golems in front of the townsfolk, and gotta protect townsfolk.
Okay. As you cast a spell that will harm Liam Boren, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Okay.
Spell,
well,
guys.
Oh no. Liam is pretty
22.
tough. I think he's gonna be pissed.
A 22, you succeed.
Yeah, he'll be
Alright.
upset, but he'll understand.
Really?
I'm sure he will.
I wish you had
You know,
Discord
bro.
on your second monitor right now so you can see my reaction.
You see everybody's
You can see
reactions?
Echo's face right now.
No,
Well,
it's
Simic-
okay. Shatter the vampire.
Stomach is
That's nothing
notorious
bad will
for
happen.
his choices.
Hold on, let me
Do
roll.
remember that Liam does have a bardic inspiration that he can use on a save if he needs.
It's not gonna matter.
Okay.
I rolled a natural one.
Oh.
Liam.
He's gonna hurt a little bit. I'll make sure to apologize.
Simic, that's my 4th dad. You need to fucking chill.
Fourth
How many
dad?
dads do you have?
I don't know. If
He's-
they're over
he
like
looks
35,
healthy.
they're one of my dads.
It's
Can't
fine.
claim all the daddies.
I can't.
I'm
and
just
I
breaking a
will.
table at this point. It's okay.
You rolled 15 points of thunder damage.
Yep.
It is breaking more than just a table.
Yeah.
And the floor. Well,
It's
Ceiling.
in the
The
ceiling.
bar.
Okay.
Bar.
It
Simic.
does double damage
Simic.
to constructs.
is is the room not big enough that it's only gonna?
It's a
destroy the
12-foot
floor and the
ceiling.
Table.
No,
Yeah,
you are
the
destroying
roof.
the bar right now. Echo has been warning you this entire time that you are destroying the bar.
Which I thought
the
was
roo-
the table and the floor.
No.
And
What
the roof.
exactly am I destroying if the is not tall
You
enough
are
to not be
breaking
destroyed?
you are creating a spherical hole in the Cedarkin Lodge.
Then I would not do that because I thought the ceiling was high enough.
No, it's only
So,
12 feet
no.
tall.
Okay.
That is why I've been trying to tell you.
All right, we're gonna skip my turn for now because I have nothing.
We'll roll back to you then.
You got cantrips.
I can't cast through glass.
Oh.
I think breaking a
cast
window is
shatter
more
on the
forgivable than
window.
destroying a. Okay, whatever. We go.
I
okay,
love you,
so
Simic.
this
I
the
love
enemies
you.
outside are destroyed. The enemies inside are fighting. I need to roll some attacks.
It's okay, Heimdall. Come here.
I'm also scared about the shatter.
All right, those both miss horribly. Okay, and the last one.
Simic, I was here for it. I just got proficient in carpenter's tools.
We got mending.
Mending carpenter's tools. We can basically like nothing ever happened.
Your character is an intelligent character and would be
It
aware
is.
of what
That's
would
why
happen.
you said 12 feet. I was like, it's 10 feet radius. It wouldn't put a hole in the roof. But yeah, I got you.
Radius,
Yeah.
not diameter. Okay.
I realize that now.
As the 3 are struggling inside the bar, this glasswork golem, giving up its pursuit on the one who went into the kitchen, surges up behind Liam, and you watch as its long glass blade thrusts forward and impales Liam. It actually gets a really, really solid hit on Liam. Liam still looks like he took a big hit, but he's okay. Because he's a vampire.
A vampire.
It's now Liam's turn. Okay. Liam makes a series of attacks, forgoing the spell for the moment. You watch as he lashes out and swipes at these glassware golems, particularly the one next to the townsfolk that you don't recognize, and immediately destroys this golem, the one that was already crushed. And now, Gideon, it's your turn.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, listen, I'm not gonna jump through a window. I'm an old man.
There are
You pull
doors.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the door.
Okay, that's a window. Doors are here.
Oh,
They look like doors. There's
You can
two
move through
doors.
Velen's space. You don't
Hi.
have to.
okay. Well, but I can only go 30. Okay.
You're inside.
Yeah, I'm in the way, but that's okay. Okay, so the golem in front of menacing this townsperson is
Was
no
just
more.
destroyed. It was just crushed.
Okay. Does Liam look fine?
He's bleeding a lot. He's at about half health.
How about the elf lady? How does she look?
Slashed up. She doesn't look good.
Okay. She's not like on death's door.
Maybe
She's
soon.
below half. Out of 30, she's at about 10.
Okay, that's not a lot. Whatever. I'm a simple man. I'm gonna shoot this golem back here.
Okay.
Don't
If
know what
Gideon
I'm
had a
negotiating
playlist, Simple
about.
Man would be on it.
It
Yeah,
definitely would be. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try to shoot it. Yeah.
18's good.
18 hits.
Okay. And that's acid, so 12 damage.
Okay.
Is it still
It's
corporeal?
It is still intact, but not by much. It doesn't look good.
I'm gonna
Bit
try to
shit.
shoot it again. I was already looking at it.
26 to hit.
Hey.
Yes, that hits.
14. on that
14
guy.
points of damage. Okay.
And that's my. I can't move.
Okay. On the end of your turn, Essa, are you prepared?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and take your turn.
We're just gonna shoot through the window, and we'll use a chromatic orb.
At which?
At this one. Why
Okay.
will it not ping?
It
There.
did.
Okay, it just didn't show on my
Go ahead and roll your spell attack.
screen.
And also, what element are you using?
We're gonna be using acid.
That's probably a good
That
idea.
does seem to work.
14.
14 hits. So that's 15 points of acid damage. Okay, the golem that you hurl the chromatic orb at, it was being crushed by these tendrils of dark energy coming out of Liam's back, almost like wings. And as the chromatic orb slams into this glasswork golem, it's all, whatever it was that was holding this entity together suddenly breaks, and the entire thing dissolves into a pile of molten glass and basically sludge. And it is destroyed.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
Claudia,
Nice shot.
you are no longer
Action
blind.
check. Oh. Okay. Can
It's
I?
been 2
All
rounds.
right. Yeah. All right. Good to know. I see Tess pinned under a dead Minotaur, right?
No.
Yeah, am I still grappled by
No,
it?
my force ballista would have pushed it back 5 feet before the killing blow.
You're not pinned. You're just on the ground.
Okay.
Okay, right.
All right. I'm gonna look at her, see that she's not actively dying, which is good. And I guess I'll just fucking charge in.
Okay.
Meow. Man. These distances are bullshit. I'm gonna throw a hand axe. at
Okay.
This boy.
You
He's the only
hurl
one
a
I see.
hand axe. Go ahead and roll an
Yeah.
attack.
Now I hit something.
Yes, you hit. 4
Wow.
slashing damage. Claudia,
Yeah.
how do you want to do this?
Yay!
What a waste of a werewolf transformation.
It sure was.
Shut up, Simic. You wanted to take down the whole bar.
No, I didn't. I just wanted to do something that would have accidentally taken down the bar.
I throw it, and it's like turned to look at Liam, and I just huck it, and it takes its head off, and the whole thing just kind of collapses in on itself like a dying star.
Okay. Well, it doesn't implode like into a gravitational.
No, but it
White
just falls
hole.
apart.
It just
Okay.
falls down on the
You can't
ground.
let me
Yes.
have cool descriptions, Echo.
I normally can, except for the ones that break physics. The glasswork golem, the head, cling, and the rest of the body just.
It's like a Looney Tunes where they just kind of sit like floating for a second, and then they realize they need to fall, so they fall.
When Belen
Yes.
tells the story later,
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
it'll
yeah.
be your version.
Yeah,
It'll be
yeah,
a
yeah, that's
black
right.
fucking hole
She
of
saw all that
glasswork
happen.
golem.
Can I finish my turn by trying to see if there's any other hostility anywhere? That
Vibe
we
check.
can't see. Yeah, can I vibe this check?
Roll a perception check.
Can I get advantage with my nose?
You smell hostility.
What does hostility smell like? Yeah, I gotta
I
know.
don't know.
No,
Dogs-
just a straight
dogs can-
perception check.
Dogs can
It
smell
smells
things we
like
can't.
melting butter.
Ooh, yum. 16, that's pretty good.
You do not see any. You see everyone looking relieved and concerned. You don't see anyone looking like they're going to attack you.
Okay. Claudia would yell out, I think it's over! Because she is a wolf now.
Oh, jeez.
Uh,
I'm workshopping it.
Liam would turn around and say, "Thank you for the. Oh, okay.
Hi, Liam.
This is new." And then he
Oh.
immediately sees you behind Claudia getting in, and he says, "Please, come help me with these two. They are injured." And he turns back, and this woman is
Yeah.
holding where glass weapons have really done a number on her. She has some pretty serious lacerations. And Liam goes over the counter with a hop and opens the door. "Donorin is safe now, please." And as he backs up, he pulls out the elven man who looks on death's door,
Oh, boy.
is real hurt.
Tess, you in here?
Yeah, Tessa pull herself out from under the Minotaur and run in and give him a healing word.
Okay, roll your healing word.
I'm just gonna stand out here by the Minotaur.
Ooh, pretty good. 9 points.
I don't trust it's
9
over.
points. He is now at 9 hit points.
I
gonna-
will also give a healing word
Okay, roll it.
to Naren, and then another 9.
Nice.
Yay,
Good
nice.
rollsies.
Okay.
And then
I'm gonna-
I'll give Taz a fist bump.
Yeah.
I'm
She'll
gonna.
like playing the spiritual weapon rapier before it against
Just
before it disappears.
Okay.
I'm gonna offer this elven woman, like, help her with her wounds that have glass in them. I'll cast a cure wounds on her too, but also,
to pull the glass
I don't know.
out.
Yeah, you know, I'll help with that.
She just accepts the help and says, "Thank you." Roll the cure.
I want to do something.
So do it.
5 points.
Okay, she's now at 15 hit points. The lacerations, clearly the bleeding stops. It was bleeding heavily just by the nature of the wound. And with the 5 hit points, they scab over, and she just winces and says, "Thank you. That was bullshit."
Yeah.
Sure fucking was.
Huge.
I would like to loot the Minotaur.
Bruh, I was gonna do that. Can I help you? with the
So,
Minotaur?
actually, roll me a investigation here, Artie. And Claudia, it's okay. So yeah, you can help. So give him advantage, but you're going to see why it feels a little pointless in a moment.
He doesn't have much on him.
He's got
With a
one
28
loincloth and nothing else.
No, what you notice is the Minotaur is evaporating.
Interesting.
Can I pull anything off him before he evaporates?
Yeah, you can pull everything off of him before he evaporates, but everything that you pull
Take
off
his
of him is
loincloth.
also evaporating.
Oh man.
Aw, man.
He's like not real somehow?
He was summoned. I don't know.
Okay.
Roll me an Arcana, Artie.
What the fuck?
25.
Yeah,
With a
mystery.
25 in Arcana, you believe, due to the fact that none of what this Minotaur had or is staying here, you believe that they were summoned and they were on borrowed time.
Okay. I'm gonna go inside. The Minotaur just fucking evaporated. I'm assuming it was a spell and they were summoned. I tried to get as much as I could off it. There's a big bag of fucking gold in it and it just disappeared in my hands.
Essa wants to see how, if he can find out how these constructs are made.
Okay. Roll me Arcana and an
Sandwich
investigation.
and butter.
Well, fucking Arcana is a bust.
A 14.
It's not terrible.
Roll me investigation.
Investigation's also shitty.
You rolled an 18 and a 14, so just because your dice might be poor, you do have bonuses for a reason. As you look at the broken constructs, the crumpled pieces of glass and pane on the ground, as you look at them, they look as though the glass is almost like the stained glass you'd find in a cathedral, and the panes are simple wrought iron. There is some sort of maybe magical enchantment or spell that gives them composition when they are intact, but right now they just look like a pile of glass and iron.
Wait.
With a 14 in Arcana, you don't know. Transmutation magic? Conjuration magic? Magic?
Magic.
Probably magic.
Magic.
Nope,
Can
it's
I help?
butter.
Yeah. Can't believe it's not butter. Can I help Drenir up and hand him one of my minor health potions?
Drenir is grateful, but he says, "Nah, you don't have to. I can patch myself up. I appreciate it. You should. I think I heard some story about you giving those that don't need potions them. Something like that.
they did need potions.
Audie, I literally just made that for you with my blood,
No, I
sweat,
have
and tears last night.
multiple. I have multiple.
Holy shit. Give that to somebody else.
No, really, I appreciate it.
Turn here, I
My
like
third
it. Nothing
dad.
personal, but
As
like,
kind and also as kind as you are a little bit terrifying as you're trying to hand me a potion in.
She does the thing where the ears go down.
Look,
Not cute. It's still not cute.
it's terrifying.
terrifying.
Drenir, you see he opens up a pouch and he pulls out like a thick salve that he begins to put over the wound in his chest, and he says, "Look, I appreciate it, really, but this is not my first rodeo." And he cure wounds himself.
He'll trudge back inside, sadly. I barely fit through the door.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Yeah. I would be like, wow, that's new? Okay.
No one thinks I'm cute anymore.
You're very cute. Just we gotta get used to this. This and your dog form are a little different.
You'll see Essa come up and kind of just grab your arm and lift it up, drop it, and then start writing in his notebook.
You could ask first.
Did you ask when you smelled me?
No,
I mean, you're
you
gonna
didn't.
smell whether I sniff you or not.
Then you'll be okay. He continues to write.
I'm gonna go up to Junior.
Yeah?
So, did they come at you like from out of town? Did you see them, or did they literally just appear? Because I'm assuming these are summoned or conjurations from a wizard.
How about we talk about this as a group?
Okay, yeah, let's go.
First,
And I'm gonna,
I want to get all
grab
these
his hand.
fucking Nope. I want to get all these fucking corpses out of my tavern.
Yep.
Okay.
Are they
Uh,
corpses?
Whatever they are. He just
Yeah.
begins.
Debris. They're debris.
Yeah.
How does Listen, how does Liam look? Is he okay? Do I need to be there to catch him if he stumbles?
Do
So are you
want
saying
him to
can I be there to catch him?
Liam looks fine. He has what at first appeared to be a grievous injury, but it is recovering remarkably quickly.
Yeah, the boy got impaled.
But it is no longer bleeding, and in
Oh.
fact, it looks as though it has healed most of the way at this point.
Vampire.
Yep, I remind you, he is a vampire.
I want to be a vampire.
Do you?
Ask him.
I mean,
Maybe.
Can you imagine a vampire gnome?
Drenyer and Shelby begin working on cleaning up the debris outside. Meanwhile, Liam inside is looking at the two that you don't recognize, and he says, "Well, this is not how I expected this meeting to go, but you all might remember the Jackalwares you rescued, Dunnarin and Corian." And he gestures to each of them as he does. And they look sheepish, but also grateful for the help as they were attacked, and they've been healed by you. They were only brought back from the Shinehaven this morning, and by Shelby. And as they get here, well, I will wait for Drenyer. He knows the whole story.
It is good to see you again.
Yeah, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Not quite how I remember you, but good to see you again.
To your questions, or rather to your comments, Dunnerin says, "Aye, it's good to see you all again as well. I appreciate the help. I am sorry that I tried to save my own hide. It was touch
I'm
and
not
go."
sorry at all. You looked pretty close to falling over. I'm glad that I didn't have to throw myself bodily over you or something. You hide in the kitchen whenever you need.
Hey, if you make a promise like that, I'll take it. And on the other side of the bar, Corian says, "Where did those two come from? Where did they all come from? They were so quick." And Liam again says, "We'll talk about it when Drenyer is finished cleaning up outside. Please." And he begins basically sweeping up the debris of these golems.
If there's another broom, Tess will help.
He will hand you one.
Rad.
I'm outside making just a wooden plank with some wheels for a cart to put everything on and make it a little bit easier.
Okay. Through your combined efforts, it only takes about 5
We
minutes.
even had a wheelbarrow. I mean, that would be something.
Okay. Do you keep the spiritual weapon up, Tess?
I mean, I don't think so. I think she'd keep it for another minute. I think it's only 10 minutes. I think she'd keep it for another minute or two while they're looking around, but then it'll dismiss.
Okay. You turn it into a broom and it sweeps up a bit. Before
Yes.
launching.
That's very Fantasia of you.
Yeah, I love that actually.
You all gather up the corpses of the glass golems. You clean them up. You get them out of the way and out of the tavern. And finally, after a long pause, Shelby comes back inside along with Drenyer, and pulls you inside as well, Artie.
Yes.
Are you still in hybrid form, Claudia?
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste it.
Okay.
She's just gonna sit on her haunches at wherever everyone's gathering, the table probably.
Corian
Rest
and
her chin on
Dunnerin
the
both
table.
sit at the table, and they are looking at you, and Dunnerin says, "Are you the redheaded girl?
Yeah.
I see you finally turned.
It sucked.
Aye, the first one always does.
Yeah.
You look good as a hybrid."
Thank you.
He nods. As Drenyer and Liam kind of get themselves sorted, the first thing that happens is Drenyer says, "I want to say thank you to all of you. Without your help, we might have lost someone, or someones. So, you all came right quick enough to prevent that from happening, and I appreciate it.
I'm just glad we heard. I'm glad Gideon heard
Mhm.
that something was happening, because I don't know what I was doing. I think I was looking at my fingers or something. I don't know.
I don't know, weird excuse.
I was
Well-
rambling.
That's what we're here for.
If y'all hadn't heard or hadn't come as quick as you did, I'm sure me and Liam here would have been fine, but I can't say the same for our 2 rescues. And he kind of glances over at the table at Corian and Dunnerin, who are quietly looking at each other and all the crazy glass wounds that cover them. There's only 2 of us, and there was 8 of them. So your numbers made a big difference. And Shelby here had only just been trying to leave, so... Anyway,
Interesting that Minotaur spoke common and seemed to be on a mission,
Very
but
weird.
has evaporated.
yeah, he spoke common poorly, I'll say that. And it was an omission to put an axe through my chest, it looked like. If I'm being
Wow.
targeted, well, it wouldn't be the first time with him come at me. But the rest of these, I don't want anybody getting hurt because somebody has a grudge with me. For something.
Well,
I don't know if it's you, Junior. I think it might just be the Ends Watch, generally. Maybe Endsmeet, generally.
What do y'all know? Because you know
Butter.
something. But what?
A
Butter?
lot of things involving butter. Yeah.
Well, all right. I wasn't going to start there, but I suppose it's as good a place as any. We think that the butter is a spell component used in creating those glass golems. We've been investigating this from that angle because it turns out 40 pounds of butter were purchased last week. No,
Essa?
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it was last week.
Last week.
Essa,
Last week.
Mm-hmm.
roll me an Arcana check.
Can I roll for something after this?
Maybe?
25.
Damn.
You
With
might
a
be answering
25.
it right now.
Okay, cool. With the 25, Essa, 40 pounds of butter is a lot of butter. Typically, when you make a spell or you use a spell to conjure or create a construct, you would know from your own studies you don't need that much for one construct. You don't need that much for 10 constructs. You don't need that much for 100 constructs. Typically, spell components of that sort of thing for a construct is a dash of it, or a hint of it, to tell the weave what you're trying to do. If 40 pounds of butter are being used to make constructs, that's a lot of constructs.
I will relay that information.
Well,
That's
looks
scary.
like they're marshaling an army. Basically, Vera says that the culling is marshaling an army to march theoretically on all of Endsmeet, but specifically the Ends Watch.
Are y'all in tight with Veer now?
I don't think I'd use those words.
We had a conversation.
That's more than anybody's done for a while.
Have you tried to ask?
Enemy of
she's-
my enemy type situation, you know?
I
She
see.
wasn't exactly happy to have the conversation, Claudia.
we share some interests in common right now, too.
Right.
Okay. So, when you seen these things come up, did they get summoned here? Were they already corporeal as they were running? What did you see as they approached?
All right, I'll tell y'all what happened, and maybe that'll clear it up. Shelby had brought Corian and Dunnerin in from the Haven a couple hours ago. I gave them something to eat. They were talking. Shelby was talking about the Ends Watch and about what y'all were doing, because they asked. As we were sitting here having a conversation, we heard a crashing through the woods. Liam wasn't here when this all happened. I have a panic button, as it were. And he kind of...
I'm in Liam button?
I would like a call Liam button.
It's a sending stone. I talk to him and he appears sometimes, unless he's busy or asleep. Anyway, I heard crashing out through the forest. I went out the tannin side and saw the trees moving. I didn't know what it was, so I ran back inside, told Dunnerin and Corian here to hunker down, stay safe, while I investigated. I grabbed my old rifle, stepped outside, and that's when that Minotaur broke the tree line. As soon as I saw him, I called old Liam, and I opened fire.
Okay. So they were already in existence when you saw them. DM, is it a common thing for summoned creatures or conjured creatures to speak common?
It can be. It depends.
Okay.
Grenier, can I ask you a weird question?
Yeah, I suppose.
When's
If
the
you
last
want a
time you
weird
saw
answer.
Sadie?
What?
The last time I who?
Saw Sadie.
I haven't really kept an eye out for her, but I suppose yesterday morning when she was picking up the campsite.
Do
All
you
right.
know what part of the woods she stays in?
I know there's a glade, maybe 20 minutes east that she likes to set up a tent in. She says she likes the open air because she can breathe and there's no one else thinking in it.
I know that feeling.
Drenir looks at you.
How far away is that? Mile, 2 miles?
If you're a proficient hiker, a couple miles. If you're not, much farther.
You said they came through the trees? Like crashed through them?
Yep,
Sounds like they would have left a path.
probably. I haven't had a chance to go look. It all just happened.
Claudia will look at Gideon.
I'm glad we could get here so fast. You know, I've been working on my skill at tuning out the things going on around me for some reason to try and focus, you know.
You seem
Yeah.
to be getting pretty good at it.
Thank you, Artie.
You
Yeah,
have the
let's,
motivation. Yeah.
I don't know. Only sometimes. Yeah, we could take a look, see if they left a path through the trees.
Yeah, why don't you all do that? In the meantime, Corian and Dunnerin, you two will stay here so we can keep an eye on you, because we don't need those assholes from the culling, as the light informed me. We don't need them coming and looking for you. And the two of them who are like at the table just nod.
Can
So
I?
you weren't followed. Leaving that, right? You were. I know you're a little sneaky snake, but
Roll me an insight check, Artie.
Ooh.
you know. Natural one. I'm just staring through the
And we make insight checks?
Gonna kill
Shelby
you.
doesn't answer Artie. But yeah, the rest of you can. Yeah. Artie, to your perception, Shelby just seems to ignore you as she sits at the counter. Claudia?
Okay, guess we can talk later.
As Shelby is sitting there... Okay, Essa, you also... All right,
Good job,
I'll just
everybody.
wait till everybody
Yeah.
rolls it.
Everybody
Okay.
but
Damn,
Artie.
Essa.
Everybody but
just
Artie
kidding.
sees that Shelby is drunk.
Alright. Like,
That's not
is she actively drinking right now?
No. She was drunk when the encounter happened.
It happens.
Interesting. Okay.
You see that she is red-faced, her hands are on the counter, and she is looking down at it. She's not answering anybody.
Okay, I guess we can maybe talk later. Did I do something to piss you off?
She doesn't answer.
I see how it is. Okay. Playing hard to get.
Hey,
boy.
Artie,
Leave her
you
alone
want-
for now, Artie. It'll be okay.
Okay, yeah, it's just a little rude when somebody talks to you. You really
Alrighty.
respond.
As I pass the two werejackals, can I just kind of lean over to them and say, "Excuse me," and then try to snip them?
Are you trying to be discreet about it?
Smells? No, I'm collecting smells for my smell index.
Okay. Yeah, sure, you can
They're
smell them.
werejackals. They get it.
It is... Okay, so the first smell you get from both of them is blood.
Yeah.
Underneath that, Dunnerin smells of the forest. He smells of thistle. He smells of thatch and undergrowth and leaves. Very densely. He doesn't smell like much else. Corian smells almost of like the sort of things you'd find at a general store. She smells of soap and perfume. She smells of someone cleaning themselves.
Okay. I would thank them.
They, like, watch you as you do this, and Dunnerin says, "So did you get a good sniff then?
Yeah.
And do I
Smelling
meet with your
support.
approval? Good. Right.
It's not bad.
Maybe you should do it more subtly next time.
I wasn't being subtle. I want to make sure I can find you if you get lost.
All right. Honorable, but still strange."
I just wag my tail and leave.
Outside. I'm gonna go outside with Gideon.
Okay.
I was gonna say you're smart about magic and smart in general. Come see if you can figure out anything.
Okay. With that being said, I think Shelby's mad at me.
I don't think
Don't know
she's
what I
mad
did.
at you, Artie. I think that she is mad at the situation.
Wow. Okay, that works for me.
Artie's emotional intelligence leaves a lot to be desired.
Before you leave,
Hey, me.
Tess and Velen, you two notice Liam and Drenner having a quiet conversation, and then Liam vanishes.
You
You know,
can't go in the
bats.
sunlight.
Probably going back to bed.
Probably to sleep, yeah. Tess is gonna go over real quick to the jackals and be like, "Hey, you did the right thing running. I'm glad you're okay."
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's better for you to be in one piece. Stay that way.
I agree.
And then she'll drift back toward Shelby and make Druid craft a little white flower in her hand, and put it on the like bar for Shelby, and just kind of say, "Hey, everything's okay now."
Roll me a persuasion.
Yeah. Don't worry, Artie. I see your face. I'm not walking in here, girl. Just
Oh
trying
no,
to
no,
make
no,
it
no!
better.
I'm good. It's something else.
22.
Oh, yeah! That's a great roll.
That is a really good roll. It counterbalances the
Efficiency
terrible
and
wisdom save I rolled.
Aww.
She wants to snap. You can tell she wants to be the petulant, bitter, angry person who is caught drunk in a time of crisis. But instead she just kind of tenses up and she just says, "Thanks."
I've been there, Shelby. It's okay.
She has her teeth clenched. She doesn't say anything.
So I'm the only one who didn't notice she's drunk, right?
100%. You rolled you rolled garbage. You rolled a natural one. You have no idea.
Yeah,
she
no,
was
no,
drunk.
no, no, that's fine. Okay. Can't say what I want to say then.
Say what you need to say.
Someone could tell you, I guess, if they wanted
Well,
to.
I've been trying to talk this whole time, but I didn't realize my headset
Oh,
was
buddy.
not working.
I was literally about to see if you had something you wanted to do.
So I have a detachable mic on my headset, and apparently it wasn't pushed in all the way. So I just thought you guys were ignoring me,
No.
and I was like, "Fucking hell! All right."
No, you were silent.
What did you want to say, my guy?
Oh, fucking hell!
Probably said so many things.
I did. I don't even know where to start.
Do you
Oh,
tell Artie that she's drunk?
No. Okay. So
No.
sort of. I'm gonna sort of do it. So, S is gonna be walking next to Artie. He goes, so I don't know any of those people in there.
Yeah, yeah, I would imagine. You just stepped into town like 24 hours ago.
Who's the short one?
You got your eyes on her?
No, she just. Does she always fight drunk?
She was drunk?
Yes. Did you?
No, well, she was.
Ri-
No, I was a little caught up in some things on my own. I was thinking about some stuff. I didn't even notice. I thought she was just mad at me.
Oh. She's probably mad she had to fight drunk.
Oh. Oh. If she's drunk, that's probably why she didn't answer me if I said she was being sneaky when she came back from the from... Oh, shit. Gideon?
Yeah.
We might have some bigger problems. If Shelby's drunk right now, she just got back with the two chuckle fucks over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
The jackal fucks.
She probably wasn't too sneaky. What are the chances that somebody might have seen her where she came from? She came from the Shine Haven.
The Shine Haven. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
possibly. There's nobody in it right now. It's just a place, but
Is there nobody in it?
That we know of.
last I heard, only those two,
Okay.
the two elves in there were staying there.
Okay. Ah, then fuck it.
I mean,
It's still not good that they know.
like perhaps I think it's like the spiritual heart of the whole
Mhm.
movement here, maybe. But yeah, at least there's nobody there right now.
Good to know. Okay. Just let's put this on a checklist for Selite. I don't really like snitching, but
Well, I don't know, Essa. I mean, who amongst us has not been caught drunk when it was time to start fighting? It
I've
happens.
been there.
I never said anything. I just asked if it was normal.
Nah, she's had a hard week.
I
Yeah,
would
real
like
hard week.
everyone who heard Drenier's recap of what happened to roll me a history check.
Granier's
What
recap?
does it have to
What do you
do
mean?
with? Because I get double proficiency on certain things.
Remembering what he just told you.
Oh.
Oh, geez.
I'm a goddamn genius.
I'm not. I was not paying attention.
Velen,
Early
Claudia-
onset dementia.
Essa,
We're missing something.
Drenier told you that they had been there for a couple hours.
They were shooting the shit. They were probably drinking in the tavern.
I just don't want you all to jump to the
Oh.
conclusion.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought you said she had just got here and that's when they got it.
She was
That's
just
why he had us roll
leaving.
for that, because
He said that she
She-
was just leaving.
Got it.
Right.
Yeah, they all sat around and had something to eat, so they were at it for a while.
Oh, okay. Fine. Let her be then.
Should we check out the
Mhm.
trees line?
Yeah.
See if we can track where they came from?
Mm.
Okay. You head to where you believe the intruders came from. I'd like a survival check with advantage from Gideon, and I'd also like an investigation check from anybody else who's taking a close look at what happened.
I
I
don't
can't
know.
make a survival.
Can I help Claudia instead? Like,
Oh, cute.
go stand with her and be like, all right, what do you see? You know, kind of walk her through it.
Yes. Also, Essa, what were you saying?
I don't know how often that comes up in your games, but my passive investigation is 26.
It comes up when I'm not asking you to make
Is
them.
your passive investigation?
I was just making sure you knew.
God damn it.
But
I know.
will help
I
Artie.
saw your sheet.
I'll help
yes.
Artie do the investigation.
How is your passive investigation 26?
What do you mean?
How the fuck is it 26? You have a plus 16?
Yeah.
What?
I tried
have
that.
double proficiency with max intelligence and I'm at a plus 11.
Yeah, I have a feat.
Can I give Claudia one of? I have 2 inspirations. Can I give her one so she can reroll?
I got a natural 20 for a 31. I'm a god.
Aww.
Yes, you could spend an
Damn,
inspiration.
Thank you.
you didn't even roll an advantage like I told you.
I did.
to.
I rolled a
Are you
22 on the
kidding
first
me?
one.
Okay.
Okay, we tried.
I'm still in my hybrid form. I'm much bigger than I normally am, and I'm like stepping on things I could be looking at.
Yeah, you're not used to moving carefully and inspecting things closely. When you're in hybrid form, I never got the chance to describe this earlier. When you're in hybrid form, everything to you is heightened. Your emotional resonance with what you're smelling and what you're seeing is much sharper than it would be normally. You notice the small movement of insects on leaves that you never would have seen when you were in your normal form. The smells of the dirt, the smells of broken bark, you can smell the undergrowth rotting slowly. All of it, you notice it. And there are things that you never would have noticed unless you knew to look for them. But now, they're here, and you can't ignore them anyway. So, with your 9 on survival, what is actually happening?
Well, I mean, I
is-
got a 13 as my better one, so I assume I'm allowed to take the better one.
Yes. With a 13 on survival,
Better.
all you notice are the things that you would have missed. And it's almost as if it's an information overload.
Yeah, not something that could actually help us.
It is fascinating, and you find yourself lost inspecting all of these new sensations and colors, but it's not actually helpful in what you're investigating.
Also, how big am I?
I mean, you're about 7 feet tall.
That's pretty fucking
You're
tall.
not large, but you're very big for a medium creature.
I'm just like trying to teach my very large daughter. Like, come here, honey.
Here, honey, bends down.
Yeah.
Doing my best, Dad.
Artie, with a 31,
Luckily, we
with the
have
8
already-
of Essa,
Mm-hmm.
Tess, you're like trying to investigate, and there's a
I'm not
lot
on the
of
same plane as them.
well, you don't have the same training as well, so you are noticing things that are interesting to you, and like it's clear that something went through here and it was big. Artie, you can tell with a 31 the pace at which these creatures move through the forest, which was quickly. You notice the scratches on the trees where the glasswork golems scraped by, and they were not careful as to how they moved. You believe that a talented ranger or anyone good at tracking could track these anywhere.
Yeah, maybe Gideon should take the helm from here.
Gideon, they were not careful about how they went about this. We can definitely find them. Look at all these tracks.
I'll specialize in the smells, not the tracking.
Gideon was
you
like
did good. You did
waving
good.
his hand in front of Claudia. He was like, "Hello, what are you doing?"
That
Sorry,
being
there's a lot of
said,
smells.
as all of you are searching and you go deeper into the forest following the path these came from, with a 31, Artie, you discover where the path began. And it's maybe a 45-minute walk into the woods as you all are searching. But you spot something with a 31. Something that almost looks like tarnished brass sitting in the dirt. It would have been missed by anybody else because it would have blended in with the overgrowth and the brown and green leaves, but you catch it because you have an eye for the metallic. It is a brass key.
I'm gonna go pick it up. I'm gonna give it a once over. Does it look like a standard key? Is it have any like definitive design to it or anything that is out of the ordinary for a key?
Hold on a moment. I'd like you to roll me an Arcana check as you look at it. As an artificer, you are remarkably attuned to magical items.
21.
Okay, hold on. It looks as though there's a facade about this key. You rub your fingers on it, and the brass almost seems to come off like a paint or a veneer. And underneath it, it is black iron, and its teeth are square and simple. Other than that, it looks like a typical key. Not the sort that would use for a door, but the sort that might be used for, like, the cover on a piano.
Do I get like a sense of this may be magical or out of my scope?
It is definitely tingling in your fingertips as a magical item.
I'm gonna
Time for
walk
Velen to
up
dance.
to Velen. Yep. I'm gonna walk up to Velen.
Valen, I know you like to dance around things and understand what they are. This is definitely something of importance or even magical. You mind doing that?
All right.
While she's doing that,
Yeah, it's 10 minutes, so I'll be 10
I
minutes
need a
if you want to
perception.
dance.
I need a perception check based on smell.
I'm gonna
We do
cast
that.
It's your turn.
Detect-
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast
Claudia's
magic
so excited.
ritually as well while she's doing that.
Okay.
Uh,
You want to do that, Essa? Go ahead.
well, no, actually, as she's gets ready to dance, Velen, Essa's gonna come up to her and, if you don't feel like dancing all the time, I can also do that in the future.
It's a ritual. If you want to do it, I'm not gonna object to you do it. Like, I'm not gonna be sad if you want to ritually cast Identify on this key.
I'm just saying, you don't have to be the one all the time.
Claudia,
You're
with
so
an
good
18,
dancing.
you smell blood.
Mm.
It's a new smell here. It's someone else's blood, one you didn't smell before.
Where is it?
Roll investigation.
Oh.
SS seems excited to cast Ritual Identify on the key, so I'm gonna hand it off to him.
I'm just letting you know I have it too. Out of character, just letting you know I can
Nope,
also...
this is happening now. You are now holding the
I
key.
just want to let you know, Essa, that we've had a really rough week, and sometimes I just look forward to seeing her dance, and you took that
Yeah,
from
what
me.
the fuck, Essa?
I'm joking. Out of character, I'm joking.
Okay,
I didn't
Jesus
actually say that.
Christ.
No, I didn't. Say
I
that.
will. I feel like you should have said it.
Artie will
I
look
don't-
up at Velen and give her like the quivering lip, like,
Okay.
okay.
I also need to change the setting as you are in the forest.
You want to dance with me, Artie?
Yeah.
Yes.
I kinda
Okay,
do.
let's dance.
Okay.
We're just gonna waltz
gonna
around the room.
I'm gonna roll
It's
a
very
performance.
silly.
I did an
It's very
8.
cute.
I'm doing the dice roll consistently and only the dice roll.
That's a dance.
That
Yep.
is a dance, yes.
You ever seen that? Yep.
With a 16 in investigation, Claudia, as you're searching, you do find a spatter along one of the trees that looks as though someone was slashed or sliced by a weapon, and blood basically spattered against this tree.
Can I get a what's it called when you get like a wine's aroma?
You waft it?
I want
A
to
waft?
sample its notes.
The
You wanna
bouquet.
waft it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Bouquet of the blood.
Blood.
Can I, maybe it's in my index.
All right. Roll. What would you even roll for this? I guess give me another perception at advantage.
Stick my nose in it. Ugh. Boo.
With a 7,
Boo.
it smells like blood.
Well, something bled here. I would point that out to everybody.
You also
that?
note, with that high perception, it is not dry yet.
Recently.
Does that look like an endpoint pact, or is that like the beginning of where the blood came out, or is that just a repetitive trail throughout it?
That's up to you. I just point where it is. It's right here.
Can I check to see if this is just like the end, or if this is where the slash happened?
This looks like it's where the slash happened.
I'm proficient in blood splatter.
Okay. cool.
Forensics.
As Velen continues to dance with the key, and Artie, you dance with her.
Uh-huh.
Did you say you were casting Detect Magic?
Not anymore. I'm dancing.
Okay. All right.
So you can cast Detect Magic if you'd like.
Sure, I will cast Detect Magic.
S is
Ritual.
humming a little tune for them to dance to.
10 minutes straight of just the dice roll.
Incredible.
Awful.
good.
Okay. Just
That's
the
it.
worst.
It's one and only.
There's no music either, so you're just
Well,
Tess
Tess
is
is humming, so there's
Oh,
some
okay.
music. It's
Alright,
just
sorry,
not.
She's
sorry.
humming, and she's
Oh,
humming.
shit,
Her
boy.
voice, the humming sounds suspiciously like Velen's humming.
okay.
Ooh. You took her voice.
Velen. Eventually, at the end of your dance, you know what this item is. It is a planar key.
Shit.
How did he lose this?
He got stabbed.
You know that a planar key, once per day, you can use it as an action as if it is unlocking a door. You then create, in a vacant space 5 feet in front of you, a door that leads to a randomly selected plane, as decided by a D100 roll. The door lasts 10 minutes or until dispelled and can be entered or exited from either side.
Can I tell if it's been used today?
Yes, you can, and yes, it has.
Okay. I share that information with the group.
Oh, what color magic is it giving off?
Can I hold it?
Conjuration.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you
This
go.
is fucking
Is that
awesome.
maybe how our jackal friend that came from the Fey plane
Okay.
got here?
I don't know. It's
It's
a
randomly
random plane,
decided.
so you could end up anywhere if you use this key. So you could turn it and end up in fucking pandemonium.
So
I don't
really
recommend
good.
that.
This is really good. You want to know why it's really good?
Why?
Because if this is how the wizard's been traveling, he doesn't fucking have it anymore, which means he's stuck here and he can't go back to his stupid little hidey hole to hide away from us.
How is it
He's here.
useful if it's random?
What?
It's gonna be your ticket. I mean, you can always banish yourself back to your home plane. If you
Yeah,
have
but if
banishment.
he's taking the whole group of the culling,
Essa,
Mm-hmm.
you are aware that there are magics that can eliminate the random nature of things.
There are ways to manipulate this key.
oh, okay, then yeah, this is probably what that is.
Which means he's stuck here.
Maybe.
Which means
Can
we
I
get him?
can I see like if the blood splatter seemed to have happened here? Now that we're done dancing, can I see like where it's going?
Roll me survival at advantage as a ranger,
Okay.
unless you would like Claudia to do it.
No, Claudia's
This might be
tripping
a
out
little
on something.
Yeah, I'm tripping out on smells.
Gideon's like she's high on the catnip. We're fucking.
Yeah. There's some flowers over here, and she's just got her face buried in them.
With a 22 in survival, you do see the blood spatter, and it does head in a direction, but you do see immediately whoever it was that received the slash must have bandaged the wound as the blood stops.
But that doesn't mean we can't track him.
True.
This
Footprints.
is the best lead we've gotten
Mhm.
fucking gotten to be since the butter.
Are we all
Mhm.
together?
This might even
Yeah.
be better than the butter.
Nothing's better than butter.
All right. If we're all together, we can keep looking for signs.
I think we should keep it going.
You smell where they went from here?
Oh yeah. If you, I tried this before, but the place where the person was standing and obviously bandaged themselves, can I scent that area and see if I can get something?
Roll a perception at advantage.
Are you kidding me?
If I had known smells would come up so much in this campaign, I probably would have
Werewolves.
prepared for that
I
better.
am just overwhelmed by smell options.
It's as though everything is a rainbow of sensation to you, and it is delightful and enticing
And distracting.
and not helpful. Not helpful in any way.
Sorry.
Okay.
As her pupils are like dilated.
Did we get
Okay.
into some catnip back there, or what was that?
I don't know, but it smells good.
To work on dogs?
Dog nip. But we can
Anyway.
still keep
Peanut
tracking
butter.
their footprints.
I mean, we can try. Yeah.
I think we should.
Okay.
Anything pop up with detect magic from Essa around
No.
us?
Just that
Okay.
the key sings of conjuration magic.
Okay.
Give me an investigation, Essa.
Oh.
You have a chance of seeing maybe some residual magic.
I
Nope.
didn't
It's
know
19.
you can make what?
You said
say
nope.
nope?
Like 19
That's
is
a good
good.
roll.
I mean, it
So
rolled
we're
an
gonna
8. I
throw you out
forgot
the
I have a
window.
plus 11.
With a 19,
I saw
please
8. My bad.
calm down. You have a very high bonus to this. With a
Wish my
19,
perception was higher.
your detect magic, while it does clearly show you the key is of conjuration magic, you do catch a hint of evocation magic from perhaps maybe a cure was cast here. You sense transmutation magic. It's almost like a glitter that is dusted onto the undergrowth. A powerful transmutation spell or spells were cast here. You also sense divination magic. as if a mist in the air above you all.
So as a slight descriptor for the spell, when Essa casts it, he stops blinking because he's got normal eyelids like a person, and he stops blinking those, and
Thank
he
you.
blinks the eyelids from the sides.
Oh, he's got his side
Oh.
lids.
Yep.
Ugh.
I hate it, and I love it.
So much.
I think it's cool. I like it.
It's horrific in such a horrific way.
It's a great flavor that just perfect. All right.
Hellfrog seal of approval.
Well, I will tell everybody what I saw.
So are we getting the
Divination,
idea
so
that-
someone is watching us.
It's not current.
Or watched this
Someone was
spot
watching
before.
this spot. Okay.
This could have been. They could have used that to help determine that they were coming to the right plane. I guess the conjuration was assumingly. Does this look like where he created the golems? Like there's no other golem footprints further into the
Correct.
forest.
This
So-
is the beginning of the path. This is what you saw.
Okay. So I'm assuming, just putting the pieces here together, use the divination to ensure that he came here. Conjuration created the golems, and they might have turned on him for whatever reason it may be, and then went off on a
Have we
rampage.
considered maybe he needs blood to cast the
Um,
magic?
Well, I'm assuming he didn't just throw his planar key, that is his teleportation device
That's true.
between planes. You know what I mean? This seems like something that was rushed and unexpected, and
Oh, it might not have been the golems that attacked him.
it might have been the Minotaur.
Might have been someone else.
It could have been the Minotaur. It could have been someone else.
Oh.
We don't know.
Okay, I see what you're getting at. So, with that being said, he's in our forest.
Mm-hmm.
He has to be. This is
we
our
have
best
escape.
chance.
Let's
We
go
have to
get
try
him.
to find him.
Mm-hmm. Let's go fuck him up.
Gideon, you want to take the lead, and I'm gonna cast my one-time guidance on you.
Yeah, I'll see if I can
Need that later, but
track him
Nah,
down.
this is important.
I gotta make a prosthetic later.
Oh. We have days until we see Vera again.
Okay.
Got a day,
Well,
and I.
It's
I-
a day minimum
Okay.
for her to
You
heal,
also
and then she
have a
said,
smart
"Let me
wizard
know."
Who can help you?
That's true.
Oh yes, I do.
You have a what?
I'm gonna still cast guidance on you, Gideon.
We have a smart wizard that can help with the prosthetic making.
Mm-hmm. Ah,
A
okay.
smizzard.
Well, I don't want to just
A
assume
smart
I'm
snake
rolling
wizard,
survival.
a snizzard.
That's
Sorry.
Is Gideon
Snizzard?
rolling survival?
Yes, roll me survival, please, at advantage. Gideon.
Jesus.
Okay.
He's a snizzard, a snake wizard.
A smart snake wizard, a snizzard.
Snizzard.
But you have to elongate the S as a
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. D4, I hope you roll 4.
Yeah, I was like,
Whew.
Nice.
That's still pretty
26.
good. 26. Let's find this bitch.
Bitch.
This bitch.
With a 26, Gideon, you are following tracks. You recognize them as a medium humanoid, but a small one.
okay.
As you are following them, there are other sets of tracks here as well. That is clear that the medium humanoids that you initially are following, what you assume maybe is a dwarf or a short human, they are not as competent at hiding their path as the two that they seem to be traveling with. The two that they are traveling with, you only catch their tracks every once in a while. But this individual is not so good at hiding their path.
Like a wizard hanging out with
A dwarven wizard.
Bodyguards.
people who know the woods and how to
Mhm.
cover their tracks.
Calling wolves, probably.
Rainer's people.
Mm-hmm.
As you follow these tracks, they move on for quite a while. And you suddenly come across another small, more like a spattering, a few droplets of blood that have fallen onto a nearby fern.
And I try sniffing it again.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll roll
Are you
better.
still a hybrid?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not getting rid of it until it's over.
Roll
Or I'm dying.
perception at advantage.
Or until I die.
Finally. Jeez.
21.
The blood smells
smelly.
Well, it does smell smelly.
SpongeBob.
Rocks fall and everyone dies.
Oh, bloody.
The blood does smell of sulfur. It also smells of a forge. It smells of carbon and charcoal burning. It smells of salt and earth. And it does have that strange tinged smell of butter.
Mm-hmm.
Man's arteries are hurting.
Claudia perks up immediately and she
His
says,
blood is actually just butter. It's
definitely the glassmaker, and without a doubt Raynor was with him.
Okay, that's not as good news, but still good news.
It's good news
Still
to
good.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. We follow on.
as you are following the tracks and you're making your way through the woods. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break.
Hey.
So, use the restroom, get drinks. We'll be back in 10.
Okay, bye.
Making my way downtown, walking fast.
Actually, I will be right back. I thought Penn was holding a baby. Are people talking and I can't hear? Okay, I thought I saw green light up around a couple banners and I heard nothing.
No, it was probably just background
Okay.
noise that didn't get quite picked
Okay,
up.
bye.
Yeah.
I love Elon Musk.
What?
I love Elon Musk. He did a BBC interview and he just shit on this reporter. You don't have to like him.
You're right, I sure don't.
No, you don't.
Hey, Dooch. You
Yes.
totally sent me this before at some point, and I just cannot find it. I've been looking. It's 1d8 plus 1 every day for Artie's Noxious Pocket, right?
Yes, you regain 1d8 plus 1 charges. And
I
it's
haven't.
2d6
And it's
poison.
2d6. I
You
would
have a
like to state for the
maximum
record that
of
like
8 charges.
8 charges.
per
Okay,
day.
cool. I said before that yesterday I put in 5 plus 2 crossbow bolts and 3 regular bolts, and I used one of the regular ones. I recognize. I want to say I recognize like what I was doing. Tess, we have been up against werewolves so much that Tess is sort of like magic. Regular damage does nothing to them.
It does,
So
you just need
she
a
was
lot
like,
of it.
what? Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. I don't know that like every time that she's attacked them with not magic, it's done literally nothing to them.
That's true.
So in her mind, she's
kinda
like
tough.
erring on the side of I want there to be magic even if the poison doesn't work.
Okay. It kind of is rough because, like, I had a poison thing. Like, I didn't choose poison, but poison is the
what you
most
had.
resisted thing. So any
I
constructs, anything like that is completely immune. A lot
yeah.
of things are just resistant to it, but it's
Hilarious
better than
thing.
Essa's
nothing.
resistant to it.
I'm
What
just
you said,
excited.
Ben?
She has a magic thing
I
that will
said
do some
Essa is
damage.
resistant, right? Poison.
The
Yeah,
other
you're
thing,
right.
the other hilarious thing, dude, is that a trickster domains construct have poison damage and not like radiant. So I'm like, man,
Hmm.
okay.
I also have
She's
advantage on.
she's just not going to be damage put at all. That's just not her role in this group.
Yeah, it'll help though. It'll still hurt a lot of things. I don't know if werewolves have poison resistance.
I don't
No.
know either, but I'm excited to find out.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
it's
they'll-
Yes.
also
Sorry. Yes.
You do? We gonna
Wow.
I
learn.
have a
Fuck.
my resistance box is so full, like some of the words are cut off.
It's okay. It'll still do extra damage regardless if they're resistant.
It also is considered magical damage, so
Yeah.
Which means there's no
Yeah,
threshold.
that's her. That is why she used it on the construct because she didn't know. But if it's okay with you, Echo, I'm gonna roll that d now for how many charges I get.
well, it's at 8.
It's full when you
She
first get it.
used it already though.
I used it yesterday and
Okay.
put a bunch of stuff in it.
Go ahead.
Girl Scout cookies.
Also, Echo, while we're downtiming for a second, I got a question for you about one of my features.
Hit me.
Right in the face?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, sure. So I have the... Where is it at? Yeah, my Awakened Spellbook. When you cast a wizard spell as a ritual, you can use the spell's normal casting time. That includes in combat too, yeah?
Let me read it.
I didn't know you could take observant but make it fucking intelligence and get the passive
Yes, you can.
investigation.
It's both. Yeah, it just gives both.
It's one or the other. You have to pick.
I thought it said both. I'm pretty sure it's both.
Motherfucker, you got both on yours right
Yeah,
now.
you get +5 bonus to your passive perception and investigation. You get a
Oh.
+1 to int or wisdom.
There it is.
I think that's what he meant for the stat. Yeah, you have to pick one or the other.
Yeah, now you get the +5 for both though, which is super nice.
So Artie, if you had observant, you'd also have a 26.
I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't care about what people are talking about.
That's true. That's
Did you
very
passively
enduring
find
quality
things,
trait
too?
of Artie.
That's fine. Let me know how many times passive investigation is gonna help us.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, we
fair.
don't know because Echo doesn't tell us until it
Yeah.
does.
Maybe we've needed like higher, but we just don't know.
Well,
I
we're
don't
gonna
know.
find
I
out
also-
with your 26.
I also have that feat. So it's not as high as yours because intelligence is not my thing. But
Oh.
Passive perception is so much more important than passive investigation. I feel
You-
like though.
Yes. To answer your question, Simic, yes, you can do that in combat as well, but you can only do it once per long rest.
Oh yeah, I know that. I just making sure because I had some cool ideas with that. I just wanted to make sure that
That is
that was
pretty cool.
allowed.
If you had
Ooh.
pointed it out that it was once per long rest, I probably would not have needed to double check the fucking wording.
Because
Oh.
otherwise, that's broken as
Oh
fuck.
my
Yeah.
bad.
Because then you don't have unlimited spell slots basically for all of these ritual things. You could hyper accelerate them.
Yeah, it's once
You
per long
can just
rest. It goes
do it.
up later on. I think the max I get is 3 times a long rest.
Sure.
Tiny hut in. Oh no.
1 minute. That's still 10 rounds.
It's still a
That's
minute.
still
Like
not-
that's not exactly
Yeah,
combat
That's not a combat
No,
spell.
that's not
efficient.
Definitely not.
No.
But there are things that you can cast instantly.
Like identify.
Yep.
Comprehend languages, detect magic. Okay, that's dope. That works.
No, identify is still 1 minute.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, but at least it's not 10 minutes.
it is very true.
But in this scenario, it's not like we were pressed for time.
Right. Like if we're pressed for time and we don't have 10 minutes, I can do that.
Yeah.
Like,
If given the opportunity, I'd much rather see Velen dance.
And my whole goal was not to identify it, it was just to let you know that I have it for the future.
Okay.
Stop taking detect magic now. That frees up a spell slot.
Yeah, I could also do that.
Yep, that works for me.
That's another thing that I can cast instantly. With no spell slot.
Whoops, didn't even take detect magic, so never mind.
Oops.
Whoopsie.
Sorry.
I knew like half of those spells in that spell book you gave me.
Ah, you still got the other half.
Still,
Sure
yeah.
did. There's some good spells in there.
Nice.
Clairvoyance is gonna be super useful.
It sure can be. I used that a lot as Xanda.
Yeah, you did. I was just thinking about that actually.
Okay.
Echo, would you say that my spell book is worth 100 gold?
Why?
The components for clairvoyance is a focus worth at least 100 gold.
Oh.
I mean, the sheer amount of ink and paper used to
Yes.
describe all those spells would definitely up its value.
Well, I only have to buy paper. That's another wonderful thing about the
Right.
scribe.
Sure, but still.
Yeah, I'm just double checking. You know.
Short answer is yes.
Okay, good.
Meow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone have a cat.
What is all my magical tinkering? I forgot.
I know, but she's not like she's over there.
She's always around.
That's true. She has one room to her name.
She will never
Spoonlight,
leave it.
Intruder alert, map of the Goldwood, and I still smell like flowers. Nice.
Intruder alert?
Yeah, my gold pouch.
Yeah.
If anybody ever tries to pickpocket me,
Ah, of
it
course.
starts just going off. Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
I think you told me about that before, and I just
I did.
forced myself to forget it.
You fucking
it
pickpocketed
happened.
my 5 gold.
It happened in game. Like Tess tried to pickpocket him, kind of good naturedly.
Good natured
Like,
theft.
LOL,
If anyone ever
LOL,
calls me out for pickpocketing them, I'll be like, it was a good nature, guy. Come on.
With that being said, you're not getting my fucking 7 gold.
Yeah, it was great. It was an excellent.
That's all I got. Got a haircut today and nobody complimented it.
You're in a dark room with dark colored hair. I don't know what you want.
I also
My
only
head
have
is
one
bald.
monitor, so I don't ever look at cameras.
You look great, dude. I can't see you, but I believe it in my
You
heart.
can't see me when
I can't. I
I
am
can sort of see you, but
Like,
it's
you're
weird.
in
I can see your
If we
fish.
click on your camera, you can see it.
kind of. It blends into the dark of the background. You have very dark colored hair.
Yeah, you have like a fade situation on the side, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fake.
yeah. It's funny because I was looking at that. I was like, that looks different. But
I was
couldn't
looking
tell.
really scruffy for the past couple weeks.
It looks great, dude.
Thank you.
I haven't had a haircut since
2020.
2020. Yeah. So it's very long.
Yeah.
And check out my character sheet. I got a new backdrop.
Hold on.
Sorry, go.
It's fine.
Super important.
Take
My
your
allergies
time.
are going
No worries.
fucking insane.
There's no hurry.
At least it's not cold.
Well, I don't
Alright.
actually know that. I just know that I'm going through an entire box of Kleenex.
Sounds awful.
Great.
That's very aesthetic.
Right.
Where'd you get that?
I guess the subscriber thing.
Oh, I clicked on the campaigner and then I see my fucking one-on-one character.
Yup.
Lorna! Hi, Lorna! Ew, whoever did that
Why? Why?
is an
Why?
awful person. I bet it was Simic, so that tracks.
It's kind of
Are
fucked
we
up,
ready?
Pen.
Was that right, though?
It's kind of fucked up.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I will remember this. You will rue the day.
You will rue it!
Roo!
Please tell me you know what show I was referencing.
iCarly?
Hell yeah, okay.
Yeah, man. I loved iCarly.
Good, good. We playing? We ready?
I am ready with you guys.
Yeah.
I've tried to.
You
Alright,
haven't
let's get it.
really tried. You weren't like, all right, or let's go.
Every time I was like, "Ha!" Someone would say something, and
You
I'd be
didn't.
like, "Okay,
we
I'll
didn't
wait."
know that you wanted to start.
I did. That's why I apologized.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
Teacher's pet.
Mm.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It was a joke. Fucking hell.
as you all follow Gideon deep into the woods, you're making your way following these tracks. As you do, Gideon, with that high survival roll, you notice that one of the sets of these tracks suddenly changes into the forms of the pads of a wolf. A big one. Larger than any you've seen before. These are huge wolf prints. It strikes you as odd.
It's Rainer.
Have we seen Rainer transform before?
Claudia has.
Claudia has. Rainer wasn't that big of a wolf.
There were more than you said. There were two people with him. I only recognized the glassmaker and Rainer's sense.
Mm-hmm.
then they've got a really big friend with them. Can I put my paw in it and see how much bigger it is than mine?
It's about twice the size.
And I'm
God
7 feet tall.
damn.
Yep.
Oh my god. This is a big boy.
Big boy.
A big boy.
Can I fit in the whole paw print?
Yeah.
Can I just like fit in his paw print?
Not that big. It's
It's as big as your whole head, though, probably.
Hmm.
So is it a wolf print or is it a different animal?
it is the shape of a wolf print.
Oh
It's
my
just
God.
huge.
Jeez.
I'm gonna take a few seconds to send out. I don't know how to like flavor this stuff. To send out my primeval awareness, to see if there are any dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, undead present.
While he's doing that, can I tell if the footprint is that of a shifter or a fey creature?
So primeval awareness, you do detect Fae. How far out does it reach?
6 miles if I'm out in the forest.
You are in the forest. Hold on.
A fucking dragon appears.
Somewhere in
You
6
do
miles.
detect a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
It's that green boy.
I need
Girl.
it.
Do you tell us?
Yeah.
Essa, it is a print. So, roll me. Are you proficient in nature?
No, but I have a high plus to it.
Okay, but you're not proficient in it.
I am not, no.
Go ahead and roll me just a straight intelligence roll. It's basically the same, but without the preconception of nature behind it.
No, I watched it roll. Fuck.
No, bud.
No, you don't know. Big wolf.
Yeah, I don't know. Big wolf.
You've heard of dire wolves, but this is bigger than that even.
Do werewolves read as fae, according to Gideon?
No.
Okay. I know some of them are from the Feywild, but I didn't know.
Unless it is a fey creature that is also a werewolf. No.
Okay.
I think of a pixie werewolf.
Hooray!
Exactly.
I would say there's definitely the dragons out there somewhere. I don't think he's that close to us though. Or she. Actually, there were babies, so I assume it's a lady. A lady
Could
dragon.
be a pair, though.
You only
know how
mentioned
close?
it.
No.
There's at least a dragon.
Okay.
Within 6 miles.
You got a general direction, Gideon?
Mm-mm.
No.
It doesn't do that.
I'm done in character right now.
I know, I'm just telling
Yeah.
the ranger.
Yeah, it's out through the trees.
So,
We're surrounded by trees.
Artie, maybe one thing at a time?
yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yep, I'm sure you are. We should keep going.
See
Look
from
up
your
at
face.
that
it'll see everything.
And
Are
this is the best
you-
chance to catch these
I
guys.
wink at Essa.
Are you following the tracks until the trail ends?
Essa just winks back.
I assume we are.
I would like to.
Yeah, me. I agree.
Or should we let Solite know?
Yeah, we're
Onward.
going-
Fuck it.
What were you saying, Tess?
I was saying we can pull that trigger. Like, I don't know how far away are we from camp? Like, how long have we been going? How far? are we
About
from-
an hour and a half at this point.
Hold on. Okay, so we're not that far necessarily.
No, you're about 6 miles into the forest at this point.
Okay, so we can get back there by the end of the day. All right. They can contact
It
us.
is about 4 in the afternoon. As you continue to follow the trail, and time passes, and you're moving quickly, well, as quickly as you can, trying to keep on track. It is still not hard to keep track of these prints. And as you do, I'd like you to roll me another survival at advantage, Gideon.
Okay.
$17.
Yeah.
You stay on the trail. It's not hard to do. It is getting later in the evening. Time is passing. You guys have been on this trail for about maybe 4 hours now at this point.
I would change back at that point.
Yeah. Your heightened senses are gone. You're back to being, as human as a shifter is. As you guys are making your way, Gideon, roll me a D100.
Okay.
The way your eyes widened. Who, me?
I want to roll dice. 38. Gideon's like, see, I don't even know how I do it, really. Just somehow I can tell that there's a dragon somewhere in 6 miles.
Gideon, roll me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, boy.
That ghost is back.
What?
It wants you, Gideon.
Charisma saving throw. Oh,
Why don't we
that's
have a
not
paladin
good.
in this group?
That's a good question.
Oh,
Hey.
We don't? Oh, paladins give you pluses just by being near them, is what I meant.
mhm.
Only devotion paladins do that.
No,
That's
all
not true.
paladins
No,
do
all
that.
of them do it.
All pally.
I didn't know that.
Hashtag all paladins.
Don't
Bye,
worry,
bye.
when Essa inevitably dies, I'll make a paladin.
This session,
Stop
Keep
dying.
chattering shit.
you only get
She
3
act like I
sessions
did
per
it on
character.
purpose.
Debatable.
Debatable.
Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm lucky. I ain't joking. I ain't
Asa
joking.
suddenly
Go
becomes
on.
murderous for no good reason.
What happens? What happens?
Attention.
The rocks, they fall.
No.
I'm too charismatic for the rocks to fall.
Gideon,
Uh-huh.
as you're following these tracks and you're in the forest, in your own comfortable environment, this is where you feel the most at home. Out here, in the canopies, paying attention to the wildlife of the forest and being almost at one with the earth around you. You have a vision. In your hands, almost as a source of comfort, maybe not even aware of it, Dilo's garden rests between your fingertips. But your vision is no longer of the forest. You're in a tunnel, a dark one. The only light being emitted by a lantern carried by someone you don't recognize. Deep, maybe it's a mine, or a cavern, or maybe even a cove fresh off the water. It's impossible to tell. The footsteps of you and those around you echo in all directions. You turn to your side, and there is a woman next to you. She's unnaturally beautiful. Her flesh seems as though it is sculpted of clay. Her eyes glowing golden as she looks back at you, and her hair is bright red of copper. You think you know who this is, but not
What?
as if you've heard of her. It's an instinct. I see my little toy has aided you recently.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been aiding us ever since we found it.
You found it fair and square.
Well, I'm
Finders
not the reason it
keepers.
was laying there.
I wouldn't have assumed that. You're no murderer. Dilo stops and looks at you as you're beneath this mountain. You've had my toy for a little while now. You find it to your liking?
I couldn't find a thing to complain about it if I tried.
I notice you are remarkably akin to the earth, the stone around you. And so it welcomes you. And you feel your fingertips warm from the bow. And then you feel, through the soles of your feet, a comfort in the soil below you. Almost as though your feet sink into the dirt as if it were sand on the beach. You suddenly feel so much easier to walk. No. To slide along the earth. The bow grants you the ability to earth glide.
What?
Yeah, what?
Wait, now I have to see what that is.
I'll explain it in a minute. But in the
Okay.
meantime,
Is
Dialo's
Dilo...
garden seems to change in appearance slightly. Its limbs turning from the mahogany to a cracked earth appearance, as if it is dry and wet desert sand and soil and stone. Dilo's garden is now Dilo's rock garden.
Aw.
Dope.
And as you come out of
Very
the
zen.
vision, unless you have something you try to say to Dilo before that happens.
No, I don't think so. I think he's just kind of dumbfounded.
Mm-hmm. The vision suddenly ends. You find yourself back in the forest. Dilo's garden still appearing the way you saw it in your vision, and it is still in your hand.
What the heck? So we're following this path right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of stroked out for a second.
Yeah. You basically just
Man.
stopped for a second.
Are you okay?
Huh? Yeah, no, I'm okay.
Hey, fearless leader. Everything good?
Essa starts jotting in a journal. Is it the plants? Are you hallucinating?
I don't. He would look down at the bow. I say, well, I'd say, yeah, it might have been a hallucination, except I saw this happen, and it's still changed. I don't
Well,
know.
wood. Looks different.
Yeah, maybe I used it in its earth affinity so long it.
What did you see?
I saw a god, a goddess, I think.
As soon as you say that, Essa closes his book and
Ah, never mind. That's not interesting.
Tess leans closer.
Of course.
I have one
What?
thing, man.
Yeah, I assume it was Dilo of Dilo's garden fame.
Yeah.
Was she nice?
She was real nice.
That's good. The nice gods are always good to
She-
know, but they're out there.
Grant you a blessing.
You changed the bow.
Yeah, seems blessy.
Sounds like a blessing. Sounds like a blessing to me.
You all see the bow
Must
has
be.
completely changed in appearance.
Ugh. How do you fire something out of something made of rock?
Magic.
Yeah.
Can you try
You didn't
it?
notice that she fires magical arrows that aren't real until she
Artie, have
shoots
you
them
ever
before?
just been, like, chill?
No.
This is as chill as I'm ever gonna be. You don't want to know what the fuck is going on up there, okay? This is calm.
I would like to know.
The
Didn't
bow.
we talk about having one thought at a time for a minute?
Okay. Gideon,
Mm-hmm.
the bow grants you the innate ability to earth glide. Whilst you are on stone or earth, you can pass through it at your normal walking speed with a burrow speed. You leave behind no tunnel or evidence that you passed through it as such. Additionally, difficult terrain made of stone or earth is not difficult terrain for you.
Nice.
You cannot breathe while underground, so you cannot stay there indefinitely, but you can pass through it as an earth elemental does.
That's so cool.
So,
Bruh.
You do have to have the bow attuned to have this innate ability.
I think I do.
I will
Sweet.
give you
Cool.
an updated version of Dilo's Garden after the session.
So
Sure.
wait, she pretty much like melds into the earth and can
if
travel
he,
like
if
that.
he wants to, yeah.
As long as he can hold his breath. Or his head's out of the
Fucking
ground.
Just a little head floating across the
He
ground.
could, I guess.
Just
Could
a little
lay flat
diglet.
with just your
You
little
can be
lips sticking out.
Diglett.
Wow. Diglet.
Little camo helmet. Little camo helmet.
I was keeping track of how many combat rounds you were using the Earth version of it, and it
Oh
evolved.
shit.
Oh, I thought that's cool.
You were right,
Trio, baby.
bruh. I wonder what it does with all the other elements. I want to
Yeah.
know.
Guys, we got the gods on our side. This is gonna go fucking great.
Did
said
you
we don't have
actually
a
say
god.
that?
Yeah.
We've always had the gods on our side, Artie.
Got another one now. Doesn't hurt.
It's true. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt to have a little god army with you.
Artie's
Mhm.
got like 3 gods.
Hmm.
I don't know that she was offering to keep watch over us. I think it was just a connection to the weapon.
I don't know.
Hey, that's an
Still-
extra plus.
I mean, if the bow changed, it means that she was watching you. And
Yeah.
if she gave you a blessing, that can only mean that she found you acceptable and worth blessing.
You are worth blessing.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, okay. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
After your
You're
vision,
too
you
humble,
resume
Gideon.
following the tracks.
Guys, at
Essa,
what
did
point are
you
we
have
gonna
anything
call
to
it?
say out of
Yep.
curiosity?
What?
Are you muted, Simic?
Nope, I was thinking.
Thank
You
you.
could just see. No, we're good. We're good.
No, does he look disgusted by the talk of the gods or just disinterested?
Pretty disgusted actually. I was thinking of something to say, but smart enough to keep his mouth closed. But he does have this look on his face. This gods, fucking gods. It's always gods.
Okay.
Welcome to
Let's
Amaranth.
make
I had
friends.
character on in the wrong era. Okay.
You would have loved the War of the Dead.
That's just kind of side eyes him and kind of like lifts her eyebrows and kind of hangs on to her holy symbol and then keeps walking.
So
Bella
if
looks
we're,
like she thinks something's funny, but she often looks like that.
if we're about 4 hours into this shit, we're probably at about 7-ish o'clock.
You might
6:30
need to
-ish.
turn around and
Yeah, what point are we calling this?
I don't want to lose trail.
I don't either, but I also don't want to be stuck on their
Don't we
home
have a
turf.
hut?
Oh,
sure.
What
But
do you mean a hut? I got a fucking tent, but what is a tent gonna do for
I can cast tiny hut. We can have a
Oh.
place to sleep. I just thought we wanted to be able to be back in town in case town got attacked. I thought that was the
Yeah,
whole
what do
point
you-
of not
This
going
is
out
the
that far.
guy who's doing the attacking.
Yeah.
Both of them, actually. I don't think we're gonna get another chance like this.
Continue on. If we got the hut, then fuck it. I'll sleep out here.
I think it's worth it.
Mhm.
What do you think, Gideon?
Yeah, I think Claudia's probably right.
All right, let's keep on keeping on.
I don't like DM's face.
It's just
I
people
love-
admitting Claudia's
I
rights
love
in
this
general.
man's face.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
He has a funny face.
No, he made a face, and now I know why, but that's okay.
Okay. You follow the tracks, pushing on into the dusk.
The
Tess.
ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah.
As you're walking, you suddenly feel a presence. As though you have someone's attention. Next to you, you hear, "You might be nearing trouble. Maybe slow down."
Good to know. Thank you. Anything else?
Your hair looks nice.
Thanks, Jimino. Hey, have you been pranking Dawes a little bit?
No,
I told Velen I'd ask.
not at
He seemed
all.
he seemed upset that you were watching him, which was really funny.
Okay, maybe a little. And then she vanishes.
Okay, she's gonna like giggle and be like, "Hey, hold up."
We're in
Jimino,
danger.
Jimino says we're approaching trouble. We should be careful.
Okay.
I
Should
think
we?
He beat Werner.
Yeah, I mean, I think if she's telling us that, we should listen. If she beat Warner, I think that means that we have some time to make some different decisions.
Do you have that thing that makes us quiet? Still, do you have the ability to do that?
I do have that thing that makes us quiet. The question is, what direction are we heading? Because it seems like based on this intel, we might not be ready for the fight ahead of us.
Do you think we should rest for the night?
I mean, we
I think
could go back to
we should-
town too.
I feel like she didn't tell me one way or the other, but going back to town might be a better play. At least
We
resting.
literally just said Claudia was right about not doing that.
Yeah, that's,
Well,
I'm kind
on
of with
the other
Velen
hand-
on this one.
That's true, but also, if my literal god tells me to watch out, I can't in good faith not listen to her.
Well,
Okay.
I will do
What
as you
if
wish.
what if we make the hut a little ways off the path, set up to camp out here, and do some subtle scouting around?
Maybe
That
you're
seems okay.
misinterpreting? What did your god say exactly?
She said that we might not be ready for the fight ahead.
She said slow down. She did not say
That's-
that.
This is why I re-listen to the sessions. It is hard for me to remember. I am sorry. She told us to slow down.
Okay.
All right,
That's
well, we
good.
slowed down.
She didn't say to stop or turn around. She said to slow down. I think she wants us to be sneaky. Isn't your god like a sneaky prankster?
A little sneaky snack.
A little sneaky snack?
Good at sneaking.
find
How
that
could you say that
offensive.
when this, yeah. With
A little
As I
subtle
look up at
Yanti
Esther.
racism.
I mean, I would take that as we're on the right path.
Summon like
and to
100
just be
mice.
cautious.
And ask them to.
That's true. You could do that.
maybe
Like a
include
whole bunch of
little
little
odd.
mice to go look.
Absolutely
I
could
mean-
do it. Would be kind of a strange thing to do.
Slow down. I mean, slow down could also mean we rest for the night and then we're ready for tomorrow. But I understand that you don't want the trail to go cold. I don't know what to do here, but I think it's important that we factor this into consideration.
I still have all my combat prowess.
I'm pretty
Right,
loaded
me too.
I think
used
if
some
your-
magic, but I have a little.
I think if
I
your
used
god thought this would be detrimental, they would probably be not as subtle as slow down and maybe tell you to turn around. I don't know. I mean, I'm
They're
probably
usually
the least
subtle.
one to talk to God. I think
They're
fuck
usually
it.
pretty
Nothing
subtle.
Signs,
annoying,
importance,
isn't
that
it?
kind of thing.
I mean, and
So
I will also
annoying.
say this is very rarely does she directly give me a message without my asking for her help.
God, they're always super direct every time I talk to them.
Yeah, one just
You're
literally showed up just to talk to me about how I like to use this bow that I found.
Yeah,
I think that we
Oh,
should
when you put
try.
it like that.
Melisandre
Maybe I
just
should be a
literally
little more
told
on
me
the
I'm being an
nose.
idiot, and then I'm magic. She ain't
I'm sorry,
fucking
Echo, what did you
answer
say?
it.
You heard
Yeah.
Dawes in your mind say, well, when she puts it like that, maybe I should be more on the nose.
I think this is one of our opportunities to save a lot of people here. I don't want to see it go cold, but I don't want our to lose our
If the
lives.
glassmaker and Raina are in a smaller group than with the rest of their culling, I want to try to take that opportunity.
I agree. I think that going on ahead with maybe pass without a trace and then maybe like an effort to be quiet and slow might be the way to go forward.
I think so too. I see your fear, but
I'm outnumbered. I get it.
It's
We don't want to do anything that you're not comfortable with. If you think that you know your God better than anybody,
Well,
if you think that's
do
what
I?
she was trying to,
Because all
I
of
mean, you
you
know her
seem
better than we do.
all of you seem pretty sure that I'm misinterpreting this message.
No, I think we're just trying to justify it for our own reasonings. I don't think we're trying to go over your head on it. I think we're trying to twist it to, at least I'm trying to twist it to what I want to do
At least
at
she's
this
honest.
point. But yeah, I don't know if I can.
What I'm
There's
getting.
no need to lie.
But look. I don't want any of us to get gravely injured if we get in ahead of ourselves. For all we know, we could be walking toward where all the golems are being held.
Well, if we're
Like,
quiet about
it's
it, hopefully we can gauge that and leave.
well,
How about this? How
how
about this? We do your thing that makes us super stealthy. We take it. We don't just run in the middle and start fucking swinging. We scope out the situation the best we can. Whoever's the sneakiest can kind of maybe scout ahead, see what we're running into. But if we see them, just a few of them, 3 of them in total, we have to take our opportunity. I think we do slow down and take it with caution. I'm not saying to run headfirst into an army of 1,000 golems, but
all right.
that's just my 2 cents. You know what? It's just a little guy's 2 cents.
Gideon, you want to scout ahead?
Yeah, I can do that.
I can come with you.
I'm gonna give Gideon the blessing of the trickster.
Your revenge and stuff.
I'm gonna cast House Without a Trace on all of us.
You get an additional 10 to your stealth rolls, everybody.
That is the last second level spell I have. So
Cat's Grace on Claudia.
Thanks.
Is that also advantage on stealth or
It's
dex?
advantage on
Dex.
dexterity, period. So
Nice, nice,
stealth
nice,
is
nice, nice.
2 of the primary casters are down a lot of magic right now.
No, well, we have a wizard and an artificer.
I said
Had
2
magic
of
left.
the,
It's
I didn't
just,
say
you
the
know.
only. And I'm also holding my spell slots for in case you lose your mind, Claudia. So like, there's
I
a lot
won't.
of
I can't transform today.
As you
I-
prepare
it
these
has to be
spells,
0
the
hit
sun's
points while
set.
I'm transformed.
Sorry, Echo, you were saying?
Scouting.
It's just night now. I was just letting you know it was now nighttime.
Yeah,
But I won't
alright.
lose my mind today. I just want you to know that.
Okay, good to know.
Nice to have a guarantee.
Not today.
Yeah, but it just means she doesn't have to hold back on her 3rd levels for my sake.
So Gideon and Claudia will scout ahead stealthily, spread out
Very
just a little bit
carefully.
in the trees.
I would like us to still stay pretty close, though.
Yeah.
Like just you guys a little bit ahead.
Roll stealth.
All of us, or just those 2?
That's why the Pass Without a Trace was there, so that we could be quiet, but
Anybody who's trying to sneak, and even if you're keeping up with them or not, if you're
Sure
hanging
fucking
back,
hope everyone's trying to be quiet.
29.
32.
14.
Hell,
plus Essa.
19.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a natural 1.
Velen doesn't have an inspiration for that.
So
It's still a 17. It's better than S's.
32.
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll it if somebody is giving me an inspiration. Oh, I could use my own. I have one. I'm gonna use my
give
inspiration.
it to Esta, if anything. Okay.
Okay, there we go. I vanish into the background.
The ether.
I'm just rambling on in a different language.
You better be
as
doing
I
it at least
write in
under
my
your
book.
breath.
Hello,
He's
14.
he's
It's still
speaking parcel
relatively
tongue.
fun.
You just hear.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
14 is still pretty sneaky.
Oh, is that copyright? Are we banned? Shit. Okay.
Uh-oh.
As you all move in the direction along the trail, and Gideon and Claudia take the lead, I need a perception check from Gideon and Claudia, please.
Not bad.
.22 and a 16. You're following the trail down the woods. Gideon, you hear it first. There are tense, hushed arguments. Sounds of someone being scorned. Quietly.
I'm going to signal Claudia and kind of point out the direction that it's coming from.
You hear
And-
it as well, Claudia, at this point.
Just scoot a little closer, try and hear what they're talking about.
Okay. As you try and get closer... One moment. I'm going to be moving a map. Whoa, my foundry just glitched.
Nothing happened on my end.
That's good. But it's real bad that it happened on my end, because I can't do anything now. Hold on. I may need to refresh the foundry.
Intermission.
Yeah.
I
I need to relog the foundry.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we get ejected from the world.
I don't know, it might not actually kick
The
you
Matrix crashed.
We live in a simulation. I'm not.
The Wild Hearts do.
Sure do. Part of the simulation, can we say that Monty Python is canon in your world as a screenplay?
You mean like a play?
Yeah.
There's no screens.
The screen.
Yeah.
I can make screens.
Screen written. You know what I mean?
Again. So a
Well,
regular
whatever.
play.
A play, yes, a play.
I can.
I didn't give you a
technically
hard
make
time. It wouldn't be me.
You could. Alrighty, let's be the
Eat it.
creators of television.
I can only make 5 ever to exist, so they must be very valuable.
Why only 5?
We can't
Magical
just learn
tinkering.
how to make it.
No, I was just
can't-
saying when magical.
If it's
tinkering-
part of my
Oh, I
world,
see.
it is instead named the Quest for the Holy Grail.
Okay, that's really important. Well, I just need Monty Python. Is all I need.
There's a lot of Monty Python.
You're a snake.
Is
That's
it
the point. I have a
UNT?
joke that's gonna come up later.
Sure.
Oh,
You know what?
boy.
Sure. Monty Python is a play from
Which
KO.
one, though?
All of
Don't-
them.
Don't give in
It
to the
doesn't matter.
terrorism.
This
So
has been
much
peer
Monty Python
pressure.
in the world.
This is terrorism.
Listen,
I
I've
don't
been
stand
thinking
for it.
up
I'm not
all
afraid.
kinds of snake jokes because I have
Snopes.
hideous laughter.
Oh god, you're gonna tell jokes?
I'm gonna tell jokes.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, you have Tasha's. Yep. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Just like copied my entire spell set. What am I even doing here?
What? It's one spell. Well, I guess
All
I
spells. And identify and
Just like a
Identify,
wizard thing.
shatter, literally all of the shit that I have.
Liam's tiny hut.
Yep.
Like,
Humans.
Simicky bastard.
It's not like I did it on purpose. I didn't look at your character when I made this and said, "What can I take that's hers?"
Clearly you did.
Well, the bard list
Oh.
is not exactly full of you things that are.
We're back up and running.
Yeah.
I had to relog it completely.
Me too.
I'm sure most of you will have to. I've never had Foundry crash like that before. That's new.
Womp.
We feel special.
It's this tense
Mhm.
situation. Is everyone back?
Yeah.
It's logging me in, but close.
Okay.
But you go ahead whilst it.
My computer takes 10 years to load this page, so just go ahead.
Says you're in, but yeah.
It just
Well, yeah,
he's
but
in,
it's
but it hasn't
loading.
loaded his screen.
There it
Yeah,
is.
it's gonna take forever because this computer is trash.
How ready for that?
As the two of you push forward, you crest what looks like a small cliff. It's maybe 15 feet up. And you're looking out into a clearing that is on a hillside. Rocks are nestled within dead grass on this hillside. It looks like it's been starved of water for a little while. And as you're looking out, your stealth keeps you safe. As you're looking out at a clearing, and there is a small lean-to of rock, a natural one, where you can see, Claudia, what you recognize as Raynor Culling's hybrid form. It is leaning over, looking down on a shorter, medium humanoid in a cloak and hood. You see that the cloak and hood is torn and tattered in many places, and they are bandaged. You also recognize an individual wearing a familiar mask and cloak, with a ringed symbol on the back of the cloak. Then, a massive white wolf patrols near them. This is what you see.
That person looks familiar to me. The one in the ring symbol.
Is it the cultists of Saren
Yes.
symbol?
I have
I
that.
knew there was something going on there. Oh boy.
Tessa's Scott might have been right.
I told you. I tried to tell you.
I think we can take him.
No!
You don't even have your
You're not
hybrid
there.
form.
Gideon and Claudia,
I don't
you're
need
looking
my
out from this perch. As the suns have set, it is dark. The dark vision you've been granted makes it possible to see what is going on just by the star's light. It is difficult to see clearly. They are far enough that you're technically outside your dark vision's range, but the light of the night sky is enough that you can make out some details. The hybrid form of Raynor is pacing back and forth in front of this dwarf, and he is in hushed, sharp tones. You will pay with your life for this. I swear it. Cannot believe you would be so foolish. And the individual who's not saying anything is just watching him pace back and forth. And you realize Raynor cannot get any closer.
Derek, stop it. Serious, am I?
Stop what?
It's distracting me.
My God, it's perfect.
What?
Is it?
I mean, it would be. Okay, let's fucking back up before we get... Can signal her back so they can go back to the others. Hopefully avoiding...
I will change the map as they're out of view. You fall back. I assume. Claudia, it's up to you. I'm not going to make that choice for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We regroup. And tell them what we saw.
Yeah.
What is that?
There's 4 of them. There's a cultist.
One of
The
those
wizard?
cultists of Saren. We saw, a wizard, and Raynor was threatening the wizard, saying he was going to pay with his life for doing something so foolish, but he couldn't get any closer to him. I guess he had some kind of barrier up.
And a big wolf.
Yeah. And then one of those damn cultists. You know, the ones with the
laughing
cloaks?
fuck.
Yeah, with the masks. Gave Velen that sword that made her crazy.
So you know, there's a dungeon that we cleared out of this evil god of torture that was doing some nonsense with some displacer beasts. And we stopped a ritual about it, but it wasn't really clear what they were doing here.
Let's see.
Helping Raynor.
Apparently.
And maybe
It's
before he...
interesting because Raynor was with
Vera
Vera, and
thanked
she
us
thanked
for getting
you.
rid of those cultists. I wonder if he was working
Mhm.
with them then.
I wonder too. I mean, it makes sense because didn't Knuckles say that he found Raynor pulling the legs off of squirrels while they were alive?
Yeah, it seems like something a fucked up
It
torturer would
makes
do.
sense. It makes sense that he would turn to Saren.
And we
Torture thing.
do you think we can take them in our current state?
I don't know.
It depends on if that wizard is gonna help
or not.
or help them or us.
Why would he help Raynor right now when Raynor's trying to kill him?
I don't know. We didn't get a lot of context. It was scary.
It's true, but he was all
Well,
torn up.
Well, if he's a devotee of Saren,
We don't
and
know what he's a
we-
devotee of.
but if he is, and we took down that temple, I don't think he would necessarily want to be on our side, even if Raynor is also
I think we
against
can't make the assumption that he's working with Sarah.
Was the impression that we got that it was all of them against this wizard, like they were circling him? Or like maybe
Roll me an insight check.
Can I do that too, since I saw it?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty dang good.
Claudia with a 19. Raynor, in his hybrid form, was behaving like a predator, basically waiting out trapped prey. The large wolf was facing away from them, and
Well,
was
definitely with Raynor.
yeah,
No doubt in my mind
but
about that.
is clearly what you would expect as a sentry.
Mm-hmm.
The cultist of Saren was wearing a mask, and a 19 is not high enough to deter in what they were doing.
But they weren't.
They were not patrolling
Physically posturing.
no, they were just waiting, it looked like.
I'm gonna be real with you all. I think this is one of the best chances we have. Otherwise, it's the wizard
have-
with an army, and
have the
Raynor
element
with
of
his
surprise,
plan.
too.
I think you're probably not wrong.
Let's do it then.
I
Would it
mean,
be, wait, hang on, wait. Would it be worth seeing if Raynor pounces on this wizard for us first?
I think having the wizard in self-defense help, even if that is an option. Look, this isn't something that we might come out of, but if this is our best option to save all of the town without having to fight thousands of golems, I think we owe it to all of them to try.
I think the lack of Raynor's pack is very important here.
Yeah, he's always 10 deep at least. This is the first time I've ever seen him without an army with him.
I don't think
We
we
don't-
know enough about the wizard and Raynor to make assumptions about what's going to happen there. But I do think that you're right that this is going to be our best chance.
I
Especially with
agree.
the element of
However,
surprise.
I got hurt pretty badly in that last fight, and I don't think I was the only one that got hurt. So I think we should patch ourselves up a little bit first, at least, because the
We
last
said
thing
that we
want-
took a short rest on our walk.
No, you were walking.
we were walking. We haven't had a short rest. Like,
Got
this
a
is part of
potion?
why
Tess?
I have 3 potions on me if someone wants one.
Yeah, Tess should definitely have one.
Yeah.
I think we can wait an hour.
I'm fresh
to-
at the moment.
Yeah. Anybody who's got damage, I'll hand a. I have
We're
2
gonna-
regular and I think greater.
We're
What do you
I
want?
got hit, I got hit for
Oh,
18 points, so I'll take the greater.
I'll give you the greater.
And if we're gonna do this too, I can pop out my little drone and give us the most protection
Hit point.
we can.
Good idea.
That's
We have
What's
the
a
element
greater?
of surprise. We can plan this.
2d6.
You
Yeah, what
get
is a
full-
greater?
A greater is 4d4 plus 4, so 20 hit points.
You're full.
You don't roll it.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
a perfect
I
potion.
forgot I don't roll it. Okay, cool.
I'm more than happy to go toe to toe with Raynor.
I know you're kind of tapped on your freak out mode, but you okay with that, Claudia?
I can still shift.
Oh, okay.
I can't shift fully, but I can.
Mhm.
I can. She gestures to her clawed nails.
We have to take this opportunity. It's not for revenge or anything. It's to save a lot of lives.
Oh, a little bit it is of.
Well,
her
it
revenge.
is. It is. But we owe it to everybody.
As you prepare yourselves, ready your weapons, heal
That's
up
my
and
30.
get ready
Oh, god damn it.
for an ambush.
Fuck.
This is where we will stop today's session.
No. Shit.
yeah.
I didn't even
Can
realize how
I-
late it was.
With that being said, so that I don't forget, can I pop out my drone and we all get 13 temporary hit points? Because I'm just gonna
pew pew pew.
How many of those do you get a day?
I can burn a spell slot. I'm gonna have to burn a spell slot for it.
Then burn the spell slot.
Yeah,
take
so
it.
everybody takes 13 temp hit points because I can pretty much for an hour straight just every 6 seconds pop it.
Yeah, dude.
If that's okay with you, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Well,
just
it doesn't
FYI,
stack. It just replaces temp hit
No,
points.
no,
Yeah.
no. I know. I'm just gonna keep doing it until I get 13, which is the max.
That's okay.
Um,
That's fine.
I also am putting 5 silvered crossbows in Artie's Noxious pocket, so they're ready.
Okay. So, as you get your preparations, which you can consider over the week until next session, anything else that you haven't thought of, because you are doing an ambush, consider those options and let me know. And in the meantime, before this session is fully wrapped up, we will of course do our player vote for RP. Starting at the bottom of the board this time, Simic.
Sorry. A little sleepy.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
Yeah, of course.
Wiggy wiggy, eggs and ambush.
I'm going to give it to Claudia for the non-consensual smelling.
That's how I understand the world.
Nothing like invading someone's personal space for interesting RP. Okay. Next, Sal. You're muted.
I was muted. I think this is always so hard, but I think I'm going to give it to Gideon for the RP after the bow, and like the edging sideways away from emotions as things started to accelerate. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
I was entertained.
Okay. Emily.
Also Gideon for a similar reason, the overwhelm of like, I don't know, I think it was God, I don't know what's happening, what is going on? That was very human. I like that a lot.
I like that a lot too. All right, Pen.
I'm gonna give it to Tess for her devil's advocacy in our "let's just kill him now" conversation. Someone has to be the voice of reason, even if we don't listen to it.
Look, when a literal God tells you, like, so rarely does she just do that, and so Tess is very freaked out about all of this.
Yeah, Claudia wants Raynor dead so badly.
Oh yeah, I know, but like Tess is like, this is a bad idea. Okay.
Bloodshed.
Hellfrog.
I have to give it to Artie this time because when you're expecting where like the impassioned plea to help the people is going to come from, you don't expect it to be Artie.
It's very
And I liked that he
Artie's
just like,
Hardies of gold.
he got real with us in that moment, and we saw the real Artie. It was nice.
Okay.
so squishy.
And lastly, Dooch.
I'm giving it to Simic for reneging on the shatter spell.
Get out of here. We could have just forgot about that. You didn't have to bring that up again.
Oh, you're finally playing to your ability levels.
I literally thought there was enough room in the building. I did not realize the spell was bigger than what I read it as. So that was a
you know
dumb
what?
player mistake.
I think it takes like bravery to play a wizard for real. So congratulations.
I think you're right. Wizard players are the best.
I also
have
want to honorable mention Essa in a party of very godly individuals being the
like
one
me.
who's this again.
I like that too.
He's gonna have a tough time in this group.
I think
Velen
you
has
will.
a god. Tess has a god. Hellfrog is being courted by a god.
All of you have a
she's-
god.
no,
All of
Gideon
you
is
now have a
not.
god.
Gideon just
Oh.
has a god item. A
The
godly
bow has a
artifact.
god.
Yeah.
Dooch has like 3
Milton.
gods.
Gideon did get a flower necklace from a different god though.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You showed the
It's
respect.
Amaranth. There's gods everywhere. That's the thing that is Amaranth. So
I can't wait for you guys to unpack that, though, and
Oh,
actually
it'll
start
be
to
fun.
talk to me about it.
Mm-hmm.
We were a little busy.
At the
Oh, I know,
moment.
I know.
Gideon.
It's
yeah,
just a
let's
solo
see if we
drop
all
for now.
survive this fight, and then we'll figure out.
Gideon,
Who's
you are
unpacking what?
awarded the player voted inspiration.
Wow.
And
That's
next
good.
week, maybe you all
Next
fight
session.
Raynor.
You lose another dad, Claudia.
Oh, if she,
I
if
am not
dude.
going to lie. Even
It's
with
gonna be a tough fight.
a surprise,
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be a hard fight.
we'll have a whole week to prep to
But I will also
swap
say,
notes.
if you play it well and you play it smartly, you could come out on top.
Everybody
Or we
make
could
a
all die.
backup character.
Or we can all run away.
Or you could all
I'm,
die.
I
I
am
have
very
several
scared because
backup characters.
Hess used a lot of magic in that first fight, and oh man, I don't.
You have cantrips.
I have cantrips.
And bolt.
My cantrips are
You've covered-
completely useless.
Yeah, but
I
you
have
have
magic
bardic
spell.
inspirations and spells.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have magic spell, like it'll be.
Are +2 bolts considered magic? Though?
Yeah.
If it's a
There.
plus anything,
What makes
it's
it a
magic.
plus is makes
Cool.
it magic.
You
No,
got
I have
magic bolt.
magic stuff. Like I'm more concerned about like if when people start going down from that giant fucking wolf. That's
Well,
gonna
we're
hit
gonna
us
try
with
to
the
head her off
rainbow.
the big hitters right away.
I think we'll
We're
talk
gonna-
about it.
We'll talk. We'll
We're
talk
gonna
strat.
have an
But
exciting time.
I think
I'm gonna
Claudia's
go
gonna go
take-
straight for that white wolf.
I'm gonna
Don't
go
worry,
take some
guys.
Benadryl and pass out.
I
Aw.
can cast Animal Friendship. It will be mine.
Yeah, because it's actually a wolf. Yeah.
Yep.
Good night, folks.
You should
Thank you
cast
all for
Shatter.
playing with me.
Good
I had a
night,
good time, and
guys.
I'll see you next week.
Good night, guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye.